I hope these are the right levels. If I'm really loud or if someone's quiet, can someone please say in the chat and we will change the levels. But having said that, good evening, everyone. Sorry, I should be looking here. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Boys from the Baltic Star Thursday, the Olympics Day 2. Can I hear an ooh?
Ooh.
Oh, this is good. It's a good night tonight. They're all lubricated, ready to go.
Interactive TV, that's
Olympics
what it is.
and pantomime. Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh, yes, it is. Um, we've got a prediction going. So if you are new to the stream or old to the stream, spend some points. Which country is going to win the first competition, which is climbing? I'll go into that in a second. Will it be Greece or not Greece? Greece are currently top of the medals standings with one of each. If we're following the classic Olympic style, Greece would be top, then Tuvalu, then Cyprus, then Iceland, with two countries yet to get off the mark. So, but there's everything to play for. There's 3 events tonight. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. We are going to play 3 events tonight in our Olympics. I have some countries with me. I am the IOC. Hello. Thank you. I'll take bribes if you want the Olympics in your country. Oh no.
Can I have the Olympics and the Taliban like FIFA did with the World Cup?
Let's not combine it. You'll have to speak to FIFA. You'll have to speak to FIFA about the Taliban bit, but I can.
Well, I mean, the IOC could do that, right? I mean, you've got connections. Come on.
We're not as powerful as FIFA.
Fair.
Yeah, we try, but we're not. But
controversial.
Anyway, I am the most powerful man in the room. The next person one along from me.
You in a room by yourself, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Oh. There's a snake. I'm more powerful than the little snake. The person sticking to the pantomime mood behind me is Sock Fiddler herself. Good evening. How are you?
I am brilliant. Tuvalu, ready to go. Island nation, the Pacific, ready to rumble. But we're not going to rumble. We're just going to slowly panic about climate change. But it counts.
You are the country most at risk of climate change out of all of our... most of our countries actually have some fears, it must be said.
We've already lost an entire island to climate change. Yeah. But it's okay, because what we lost in land, we gained in home spirit. So we're fine. We're going to win today. We're ready.
You gained it in surfing real estate.
We went up when other people went. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm saying. Cheers.
Cheers. And next to Tuvalu in the flag ceremony is Greece. Good evening, Greece. How are you feeling this evening?
I think it's fair to say quietly confident. Yep. Quietly confident. It may be that we shot our bolt a bit early. and we're going to now come very, very poorly for the last 3 events, but I think we've got a shot. I think we have a chance in every event. We've got some big names coming, so I'm optimistic.
I'm glad, or cocky in another word. Yeah. Well, it is your night off, and Sock Fiddler has redeemed its Ben's night off, which is now costing a cool $1,000.
Thank you, Sock Fiddler. That will in no way impede my performance, I'm sure.
It's a cunning plan, so they can bash
judgment of dice.
The Greeks love a drink. Just fill them up with ouzo. Away you go. Next to Greece, not geographically but spiritually, is Iceland. Good evening, Iceland. How are you?
Pretty good. Damn good.
You didn't get a gold last time. Are you feeling like tonight might be your night?
You don't really need golds. You don't need golds to win.
What, you go for hearts and minds?
I'm not even sure. It's our new Olympic motto there. You don't need golds to win.
You don't need golds to win. Sadly, it's been Iceland's Olympic motto for many years, unfortunately. But hopefully you can break through this evening. And but you will be up against a fierce competitor who did win a gold last week. Who has a lot to prove against those dastardly Greeks. It's Cyprus. Good evening, Cyprus. How are you?
Hello, good, thank you.
Oh, it's nice. You answered like it was Eurovision rather than the Olympics. I loved that.
Yeah, we're excited. We've got the whole country praying for us.
Oh, you started very strongly with archery last week. Do any of these events tickle your fancy?
Yeah, we've got skateboarding, haven't we?
We have got skateboarding, yes.
Yeah, that's where we excel.
It's a classic Cypriot sport.
It's the rough terrain. We're so used to it. Just gonna smash it.
Yeah.
Just don't smash the actual skateboard.
Yeah, I don't actually know enough about skateboarding to know if smashing it is a good or a bad thing, but I'm going to assume it's a good thing.
It's one of those cool skateboarding phrases.
Ah, right. Good.
And hand signals. I know that's serving.
Yeah.
Anyway, we plan to finish at a sensible time this evening. We've got 3 events. So, shall we? I've wheeled out the Olympic flame from under the stairs. It's a bit hot in there and a bit scorched, but it's back out and it's shining among us. So that truly means that it's time for some events. And the first event this evening is the climbing. I've chosen the climbing first because it's the one that you're going to take in turns, like we did with the canoeing last week. And so I thought it's a good one to do.
I'm sorry, did you mean the canoeing that Tuvalu won? Is that what you mean?
Oh, was that one? Well, then you should feel very confident right now.
I do.
I thought we'd do it while we were a country down because theoretically Czechoslovakia should be the Czech Republic. Sorry, back in the 80s. The Czech Republic should be joining us at some point, but Czech live and work in America, so they tend to run a little bit late. So I thought we'll do this one first because it's one at a time, because the others are kind of all at the same time. So for the sake of time and speed, we're going to start here. The way climbing works this evening is simple. You're going to get 2 runs. Your fastest run will be kept. You've got to imagine, to fit it on, I had to turn the wall on its side, but only for the graphic, not physically, because that would make it a bit too easy. That becomes bouldering, which is a totally different thing. If you look in the top right, that is how the wall actually looks, and it's pretty much to scale, I believe, for the height of the people. That's you at the bottom. You're going to start at level 0, and you need to get up to level 10 in as few rolls as possible. At each level, depending on the route you choose to take, you need to roll either a 4+, a 7+, or a 10+ on a d12. That's simple. So you pick your route. The green is the slowest route, but the easiest. The brown is the medium route, but quicker. And then there's like 2 big sort of jumps that you can make a play for. But you've got to be good on your roll. If you miss one, that still counts as like I don't know what, like a quarter of a second, I guess, or something like that. It'll still count as that, but then you've got to have another go at doing it. But if you tried for the brown and you thought, I'm going to fail it, I'll just go for the green instead, you are allowed to change your mind about the route you take.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so everyone's going to need a d12. I'm going to make a roll to see who's going first, and then we will follow it in flag order as it is shown. So Tuvalu, Cyprus, Greece, Iceland. That's those 4. So I'm going to roll a 4-sided dice, and the first country will be at number 2, which is Cyprus. Cyprus is up first in the climbing. Let me get my score sheets. And you're going to start.
Are we interrupting? Sorry, I'm always interrupting.
yes, you are.
Are we? Are we introducing our athletes, or just getting on with it?
Introduce your athletes when it's your turn. You can just get on with it if you want, or you can introduce your athletes. Ali, Cyprus. Do you have an athlete today?
I think it was Iokim.
Iokim. Yeah. A strong athlete, a strong climber.
Yes.
Okay, that's good. Well, I'm feeling good for them. It is the men's climbing, I believe. So Iokim is a man, and let's get started. I'll tell you what I will do to make it official. Let's take this little Cypriot flag. Look at that. And let's drag the Cypriot flag here. There we go. I'm not going to drag it for every level, but just so that we know that Cyprus is there. So you start at 0. Would you like to take the green route or the brown route from 0?
Brown, please.
Okay, I need you to roll the d12, and it needs a 7 or more to make that step.
11.
11, that is good. So that's 1 turn. So you're on 1 turn up to here. Right, you've got a choice of green or brown to get. Green to get to 3 or brown to get to 4.
Brown.
Brown. Okay, 7 or plus.
Oh no. 1.
Uh-oh. Still there. What do you want to do this time? Brown or green?
Brown.
Okay, do it again.
Oh no. 1.
Oh, struggling. Green or brown?
Brown.
I'll go for it again.
10.
10. Excellent.
Yes!
Look
The
at that.
Tuvaluan
Right.
starts shaking Cypriot flags. Woo!
My Oakham turns around and waves at you, going to my room,
Yeah.
to my
We
room.
throw little balls of halloumi at you. Go on!
Yes!
You'll make the whole slippery.
Who's next? Uh-oh.
You have to take brown up this route.
Brown.
Okay, go for it.
11.
More halloumi.
Green or brown?
Where am I? Number 6.
6, yeah, at the top. Are you following? Does the flag show up for you guys? Is it moving okay?
Oh, it's
Yeah,
moving
yeah,
now.
yeah, I can see it.
Nice
There we
one.
go.
Brown.
Oh, going for the fast route. A couple of stops
1.
there. Uh-oh. That's 6. Which one?
Brown.
Okay.
4.
Green or brown? That would have got you a green. Green or brown?
Brown.
Okay.
If it's got a dot on it, is the dot at the top or bottom?
At the bottom.
9.
Yes,
Ooh,
Cyprus!
1 step away from 10. It's got to be brown up here.
Brown.
Go for it.
9.
Good work,
Job
Cyprus. You have finished your run in a time of 9.
9. Very impressive.
Well, that's like
Yeah.
9.5 seconds or something, is it? I think. Let's see if it shows up. That's the secret. Is the change going to show up? It does. 9. There we go. Cyprus, you should be very proud of yourself.
My Oakham lifts up his top to show his
no.
belly, which has got Tuvaluva written on it.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah!
a bit
And
of-
we lift up our tops and we've all got a fake hairy chest.
A bit of a mutual loving going on. Well, going from friendship and loved groups to tonight's enemy, it's Greece, starting on 0. Ben, what dastardly route do you wish to take this evening?
Well, I think we are going to start with the brown, please.
Sorry, is your athlete King Agamemnon? Who is it tonight?
Well, in honour of the fact that we've just had the Paralympic Games,
Okay.
I decided to bring someone who would unquestionably not be eligible for them, but nonetheless famously does have a physical weakness.
Achilles?
So step forward, a late replacement, Achilles.
Oh, for heaven's sake! At least it's not Mercury. It could be. It is exactly Mercury, isn't it?
No.
Mercury would zoom up
Okay.
that wall. At least Achilles could be slowed down a bit, hampered a little.
Okay, my first effort was a 4.
Oh dear.
Um,
You lot just need the archers to fire at his exposed ankle to slow him down.
We're
a
gonna
bit.
just
try
gonna
again.
throw halloumi at his heels.
We're going to try the brown again. And did a 1.
Oh no.
Okay, this plan is not working. We're going to try again.
Okay.
Ditch that dice.
2.
This
Oh.
is the purest luck of all the events. This one.
And again. Aha, 10.
Aha. It's been a very slow start though. He's 4 in already.
Yeah.
The first run.
Right,
It's pitfall
now we're going to
jumping,
go
so gotta get on
green.
Okie dokie. I like it.
And we roll a 7.
Oh, if only you'd rolled brown.
I know. So,
Oh, are you going for it?
yeah, we've got to try the jump. I know he's not the springiest, but we've got to go for it, haven't we?
Oh, it puts you straight back in.
Oh, it's a 9.
9. Oh.
Oh.
Okay,
Good effort.
we'll try one more at the jump, I think.
we start shouting, "Come on, Achilles! Paris could do it."
And that's a 12.
Oh,
man.
So, okay.
Theoretically, you could still tie even on 9 here.
The man is a complete show-off, so he's actually going to go the easy hard route, if you know what I mean. Green and
Yeah.
then black. That's what he's going to
Oh,
try
I
to do.
like it. That's very brave.
So 5 for the first roll.
He's managed it. Come on.
And 4 for the second.
Oh, it's looking so good as well.
And then finally 10.
Okay. That's not bad. Considering you made 2 big jumps, I'm quite proud of you. Well done. Well done, Achilles. A forced round of applause from the crowd.
It took us so long to get off the bottom rung, so to speak. That was the problem.
Did you just you just kept grabbing and missing? It's quite sad in a way.
Just showing off
Yeah.
his new speedos, wasn't he? That's what he was doing.
Giving his little bum wiggle.
Yeah.
Yeah, he loves it.
Little bit
Yeah,
of
this
that.
is probably not the sport to play just after you've oiled your muscles, is it really?
I
Absolutely
mean,
not.
sure. Let's talk about that later, Ben, shall we? Okay.
That's for after hours. Up next, Iceland. Who we got? Iceland.
Iceland have Gabe Runner, who volunteers at their local youth centre, teaching kids how to climb and cook.
Oh, he's my favourite.
Ewan genuinely has the
He's a good guy.
nicest Olympic team.
Even his characters are lovely.
I know.
Is it Gabe Runner or Gabe Runner?
Gabe Runner.
Gabe Runner. Okay. Hang on. We're standing for Ewan for a couple of minutes. First.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thanks. While the national anthem plays. And,
Ugh. Okay, Ewan. Sock it to us, baby.
lovely. I'm going to go green.
Oh, I like this strategy.
Well, you haven't seen it yet. That's a 7.
Oh,
Should have gone brown.
he's the only man that's gone this way, though.
Yeah, that is true. And he's going to go green again
Okay.
with an 8.
Interesting strategy. Oh, good.
Oh, no, I've just shrunk the flag like I did with the stupid thingy flag last. There we go. We're in. We're a bit bigger than we were, but it's okay. He's growing in stature as he goes.
And then I've got no choice. I'm going to go brown
Got to go brown.
with another 8.
Oh, Gabe. This is good.
Now
progress.
he's got a choice.
There it is. Choice is all the way up now. Like it's a speed sport, Ewan.
Apologies. With an 8.
Which are you going for? Sorry? Green. Okay.
Should have just said bad.
Yeah, I didn't hear you. You could have said either.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go green again,
Okay.
which is a 6.
This is going well. You're up to 5, Ewan.
And then I'm going to go brown,
Okay.
which is a 9.
Oh, very
This
good.
is a good run. This is a good
Wow.
run. This is up to 6.
Very
now.
good run.
And another brown,
This could be fast time.
which is an 11.
Oh,
Ewan.
Holy actual crap.
look at that.
God.
That is strong.
Not
That
a
is
foothold wrong.
Strong. Slow and steady won the race.
Wow. Get one under his belt, and then
And then go
we'll see
for
what
it.
we can do
Half
next.
the planet just opened a webpage, Googled, and then started donating to your youth centre because of that run.
I hope so. I hope so
Nice
too.
job.
They do a lot of good work.
Literally climbing the walls. What? That's up, yeah.
Good. All right. Tuvalu.
Yes.
The time has come. Who you got, Tuvalu?
We have got our favourite non-verbal aspirant. Their name is Bane Dramage. They've had lots of knocks through their life, and they're just addicted to climbing. They climb everything: people, dogs, flagpoles, boats. We thought we'd give them a go at the Olympics. Why not? They don't really, they're just having a great old time.
Good.
The trouble isn't getting them to the top. The trouble is getting them back down again.
They'll just keep going.
Yeah, they will just keep on going.
into the rigging, into the rafters.
Yeah.
Like it.
Okay, Tuvalu, what route are you taking? You've seen
I'm
what
not
works,
sure
you've seen what
at the
doesn't.
moment if I'm shall I roll in Discord or shall I roll on the table? I roll on the table.
Yeah, we like the physical rolls.
We do. Right, we're going to go brown to start. Oops.
Oh, I can see why you do Discord rolls.
And I got a 9 to start with.
Strong start.
Strong. Then I'm going green
Ah.
with a 4.
Yeah, you roll at 6 dice there. There we go. Yep, that's
No,
good.
I just dropped all my other dice. Okay.
You're up to number
Now
3.
I am going brown to number 5.
Mm-hmm.
And I've rolled a 5.
The first little misstep.
Yeah, he's going to dig into his chalk pouch, get his fingers all chalky, and then try again.
Okay, that's what I like to do. Chalky fingers.
It's an 8.
Good chalking.
Yeah,
There
go
we
on,
go.
Bane, go on.
Chalk.
That's up to 4.
Yeah. And then another brown to number 7 is where we're going next.
Yep.
Okay.
This could put pressure on.
Oh, it's another 8.
Oh, the pressure is on. That is 5. The pressure is on. Do you go for it? Do you go for the lead, or do you play it slightly safer?
Do you know what? Let's go for the big jump.
Ooh, 10 or more.
Let's try it. Come
Why
on,
not?
Bane.
Why not?
Risky.
You only live
Come
once.
For New Zealand. The New Zealand call doesn't help. He gets a 6.
Oh no. Okay, and now you're on 6. What are you going to go for?
For what are we going to jump for? I need to tempt him for tuna. He loves a bit of tuna, or Bane. For tuna fish, jump for tuna. He gets 6.
Oh no, it's not working. This big jump.
It's really not.
It's
Okay, I'm just
jumping
going to
and
go brown this time.
Okey
We're going to
dokey.
go brown. Take him down a bit.
Yeah.
He's too hyped. He's not concentrating.
Calm him down.
He gets another 8.
Okay,
for the
that's
brown.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
Back
it's
on
fine.
And that's
And then
he's
green,
up to 8.
green to the top.
Yep, green to the top.
Another 8. How many 8s? Unbelievable.
There you go. Which finishes his run on 9. Another 9. So it goes
Oh, the
level
same as Cyprus.
Cyprus.
I'm doing the heart thing, Ali. I'm doing the heart thing.
Whoop whoop.
It's like they've been training together.
Yeah. Taking different techniques.
Suspicious.
It's very unlike Iceland. Is that
Gee.
suspicious about things? Okay, well, after the round 1, Tuvalu and Cyprus got 9. Greece sitting out of the medals on 10, but Iceland are leading the pack with 7 turns, which I guess is like 3.5 seconds or something ridiculous. So, now what are you going to do in your second run, Cyprus? You go
There's
first.
another run. Oh God, I
Yeah.
thought we were done. All right.
No, one run. I want a speed run though. Let's go quick. Come on, let's go
Okay.
quick. Quick decisions. Come on, Cyprus.
Okay, brown.
Brown. Okay.
8.
Yep.
Green.
Yep.
7.
Yep. That's good.
Nice.
This is a good start. Go up to 3.
Brown.
Okay.
3. Brown.
Yep. Oh, this is
10.
brilliant.
Yes!
There we go. It's recovering. Looking to build on the first stage. Could be. He's ahead where he was last time.
Brown.
Brown.
12.
Big
Whoa.
Brown. There we go.
Nice.
Yes, we start throwing bottles of rum at you. It's sort of. I mean, that's
That's
kind
not
of
gonna help.
dangerous, but
It's not going to help.
You're 5 turns in. You're 5 turns in.
you
Could
got
go
this.
all out. Could go all
Well,
out for the big one.
What's that? Can I go in that big black line?
Yep, 10 or more.
Okay.
He
Okay.
has to take the lead.
Oh, bollocks. Sorry, it's 6. Or is it a 9? If the dots at the...
Either
Well,
way, if the dot's at the bottom of like if it's at the bottom of the circle, it's a 6. If it's at the
Oh,
bottom
yeah,
of
it's at the
thing,
bottom of the circle.
Okay, 6. So you missed it. Going again? Change plan.
Come on. Come on.
Okay.
I believe in you.
6.
6.
Ow.
It's not enough. Not enough belief. If you hit it this time, you'll still go into second place. This is the
10.
chance. 10.
Yes!
Knocking a full turn off Cyprus. An improvement for Cyprus. You take 8. 8 points.
Yay!
Good work. Good work. Good improvement. That's what you need to do. Set down a baseline. Go for it. Let's update the score. There we go. Speaking about setting a baseline, Greece. You've
I
definitely
very
got,
much set the baseline
you've
at
definitely
the
got
base.
baseline.
Underhand.
Right. Having had a chance now to explore the wall,
Oh,
Achilles has now picked his route.
Oh,
All of the Tuvalu supporters get into a big wooden horse and close the lid.
Oh, a present.
You understand Achilles was on the side that created the wooden horse, not the side that received it,
How?
right?
I mean,
well, they're cheering for you.
shit.
That's what they're doing. They're cheering for you. It's a
Okay,
homage.
fine. I mean, there's a really good bar in there. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Luring you in. Come in.
I find it very hard they'd managed to get 100 Greek soldiers into a wooden horse if there wasn't some Metaxa in there. Right. Okay. So,
Go on, Bucky.
so we
He's
are going
the
to start
strategist.
with Brown, please.
Oh, here we go.
And that's a 4. We're going to go Brown again. And that's a 10.
Okay.
Yeah! Sorry, but yes, go on, Ben.
Okay. Then we're going to go green, please.
I thought you might. There's something.
And that's an 8.
Yeah, this is something in your
Tuvalu
mind.
method.
I think I can picture the method. Yeah.
Then Brown.
Yeah. Go
With an
on.
11.
Oh, this is going quite sick for it as well here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Brown again.
Yeah.
Yes.
1.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's 5.
Yep. Brown again.
Okay.
3.
Hazel
again,
Irvin shouts out, my
is an
mum
8.
was named Helen. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Okay, you're up to 7, Ben. 7.
Up to 7.
Yeah. you have to get everything
Realistically,
in.
if we want a medal, we're going to have to go for it, aren't we?
Go big or go home, I say.
So we're going to have to go for the black one to finish.
Gosh, go on.
Go
You need the gold, Ben. I bet on
Go on,
Greece to
do
win
it.
the gold.
Oh yeah.
And it's
Foolishly.
a 6. Okay.
Oh.
We're still going to have to go for it again. 8.
Oh.
And again. 10. So finally.
Hey!
Oh, finishes with exactly the same time as last time. 10.
Yeah.
You started so much better this time, Ben. You just went wrong on the
I
final
know.
jump.
Oh.
Yeah, it was about picking the one where, depending on how it had gone up to that point, I'd be able to choose whether or not I was taking the big risk or not, if you see what I mean.
Yes. So if you'd have gone up quickly, you could be a bit more careful.
Exactly.
But on the
Because
plus
you had a
side,
couple
you've
of fails.
become a massive internet meme now, like Eric the Eel. You are the guy who kept on trying. Greece smash Twitter. You're fine. You've done really great.
But there you go. That's a prize in itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, you're following Iceland's whole mentality. It's not all about the golds.
Though
Don't
Iceland
go
is currently
swim.
sitting in gold medal position, I know.
Speaking of which, Iceland, I guess you've got a
Gabe hasn't taken the motto to heart. He's going to be kicked off the team after this.
go on then, Gabe.
Brown.
Yep.
That's an 8.
Ooh. It's been spurred on.
Green.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a 3.
Uh-oh.
Let's go green again, shall we?
Too simple.
There's an 11.
Okay.
Oh.
Good green, you're up to 3.
Brown.
Yep.
That's a 5.
Okay.
Let's go. Oh, let's go black. Change it up.
Oh my goodness.
What was that?
No.
10.
10.
Oh.
10.
A good boying. That's 5.
Uh,
You could equal
I could.
I think would be a tiebreaker. The tiebreaker is definitely your second.
The second run.
Your second
Let's go
like
brown.
your slower run.
Let's go brown. That's a 9.
Oh,
Yep.
good.
And
Very
I'll
good.
go nowhere else to go. Go brown again.
Cling to the
Go
attack
on.
wall.
That's a 10.
Oh my
7 and
goodness.
7. We've got
Classy.
there's a
Very nice.
cut above tonight.
I like that D12.
No, you drove Ben to drink. That was
He was so confident at the start of the evening. I used to refer to it as a stupid luck game.
This, it has to be said, is probably not our finest sport.
but Ben, Greece is covered in mountains.
But at least
It is.
At least it's Ben's
Yeah.
night off.
Oh,
According to Elliot.
yeah, it's Ben nice.
And to Grey Hill.
To Grey Hill.
Grey Hill.
Okay.
Come on then, Tuvalu. You've got a 9.
Yeah.
If you go 8, I'll have to work something out between you and Cyprus because you'll both have the same count back.
Okay. You can share medals. We shared a bronze medal in the gymnastics.
Oh, I don't like sharing medals.
Oh, you're a terrible socialist.
I don't believe in medals at all. Everyone.
Everybody just wins.
Everyone
Okay,
wins
I'm going
if the
brown.
state loses. Yep.
He gets a 1. He's
Oh.
facing the wrong way. We have to turn him around.
Yeah.
Point him at the wall.
Come on, you've seen
Come
this
on,
before.
Trivoli, you got this.
Thanks, Cyprus. We pat him on the buttocks and off he goes. With an 8.
Oh, it's still on. It's still on. The gold's still on.
Nice. Nice.
Okay. We're going brown again. All right, come on, babe. Oh, it's a 2. He's tired. He saw something shiny in the crowd. He's still thinking about that. Well, like, no, tuna. He's refocused now.
Shake it off.
He's not focused. It's still a 2. Okay, we're trying again for brown. Come on, Bane. 8.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh, let's have a look at what the score is. That's 5. Oh, I think you could still, if you perfect it all the way back, you'll be in a count back to Cyprus.
Come on.
No, okay. Brown again. We have to go brown. That's the way it's going to be.
It's got to be.
The next one is 7. Is
That's
that enough?
okay.
That's
Yep,
enough.
7 plus.
That's the one.
Go on, Bean. Do you know what? So we're on the number 6 now, are we? So we could go
Yeah.
green, black, or we could go brown, brown.
Yep.
Tough choices.
Do you know,
We
for the
could go
drama
green,
of it,
green, brown.
The green, brown of hope.
green.
Green, brown, green.
Oh, I keep saying the word green, and my cat's getting very excited. I'm sorry, darling. It's not you. I'm sorry. We're gonna go green. Sorry,
Okay.
not you. We're gonna go the colour.
Oh, I'm trying to bank one step and go all for it.
6.
That's okay. This is good. This is it.
Okay.
Choice.
Big.
All in. 10 or more.
Right. Well, like, come on, for Hazel. She's since become a national icon. We're offering a holiday. She owns a house. It's gone crazy up here. Okay. I can't shape. I got an 11. I got
11?
an
My
11.
goodness, it's come through at the death. Finally, a slow start.
Clutch jump.
Ah, excellent work. Excellent. Final leap. Just as
We
the
should have said for
seconds are
Hazel from
ticking.
the start.
It's almost like you forgot about it.
Oh,
you
never
mentioned-
forget about Hazel.
The Olympic Committee has decided it's awarding a gold medal to Iceland, who don't care about gold.
Yay.
Finally, thank you. Gold or nothing.
That's the
The
that's
motto
the
has
new
changed.
motto. Gold or death. And it has decided after much discussion and countback, if we can type the thing in properly, that they're going to award 2 silvers.
Yay.
Conceded.
A
Honestly, I would have
popular
conceded to
decision.
Okay.
There we go. So the medal table stands that Tuvalu are now top of the medal table with a gold and 2 silvers,
Whoop.
followed now by Iceland a gold, a silver, and 2 bronzes. Followed by Greece, a gold, a silver, and bronze, and then Cyprus bringing up the rear. Well, of the current countries with a gold and silver. Well
Yay!
done to all of you. An excellent first event. Well done, Iceland. What do you have to say for yourself?
Not much. We didn't want to win, and we won.
you let your
country of
climbing
few
do the
words.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a saga, wasn't it? Right.
Okay, let's do the next event. And for the next event, I think we're going to do the weightlifting. I changed my mind then.
Okay.
Always
That last
dangerous.
minute decision.
Always dangerous to change your mind at the last minute.
Oh.
There's a lot of numbers here in weightlifting.
By the way,
Wait.
Vein Dramage is still climbing. He's now bleachers. He's
still
climbed
off.
into the press box. He's gone. You're gonna have to like peel him off with a helicopter. He's out of here. He's
That's
done.
the last we're seeing of him for a while. Okay, this is how you're going to make this event work. The Olympic weightlifting, which I believe we've gone for women's weightlifting,
Yep.
works as follows. You get 3 lifts at the snatch, which is the one where you lift it straight from the floor to above your head, sort of rolling it up your chest a bit. And then you get 3 lifts at the clean and jerk, which is the one where you stop at your shoulders and then hoik it up from the shoulders in sort of the big motions. The snatch traditionally goes first, and it's normally lighter weights, and the clean and jerk is a heavier weight and goes second.
Okay.
The best weight of both that you get is added together to give your final score. So using a D20 as an example, if you scored a 12 on the snatch and the 16 on a clean and jerk, you've scored 28. Now, like high jump, you're all going to select a starting weight, which I'll go to in a second. And whether you fail or succeed at that weight, you can't go down from that weight. So if you try and attempt a heavy weight and you fail it, you've got to stick at that heavy weight. So weightlifting is all about almost like putting one in the bank and building up to sort of peak at the right time.
Yep.
Right.
That's how weightlifting works. Now, the way it works in game is as follows. In the snatch, you're using a D20. In the clean and jerk, to show the heavier weights, you're using the D20 plus a D8. Each of you is secretly going to choose your starting weight. And now, when you stand up on the podium, we'll take it in turns, you need to roll that number or higher. So if you want to start at a 4, all you've got to do on a D20 is roll 4 or more.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Now,
Yeah.
if you exceed the weight, so if you say I'm going for a 5 and you get a 7, you've shown extra strength and you're feeling beefy about yourself. You're feeling good and strong. You're on a roll. So the next roll you get the difference halved, rounded down, and added onto your next one.
Okay.
That is to a maximum, though. The most you can add is a 4, because I worked it out.
I was about to think I'm definitely going on a 1 and hoping for a
because otherwise you can. I worked it out. You can totally game the system. So I thought of this one in bed like weeks ago, and then I was like, oh, hang on. Just as I was drifting off to sleep, I was like, oh, no, I know exactly what Ben will do.
With the greatest of affection, but you think of weird shit in bed. That's all I'm saying.
Yes, the weird thing is he was probably thinking about me. He was thinking, there's Ben in the world, therefore I've got to stop him gaming the system.
Right now.
Someone's got a high opinion of himself.
Built in, mate. Built in.
Go on, Bucky.
It was probably after one of the Traveller sessions where you did a horrible sort of cliffhanger. So I really was thinking about what I could do to you that night. So
this is an after hours moment.
It is. Oh dear. So does everyone understand kind of what they need to do? So what you're going to need to do is you're going to secretly have to pick your starting weight for the snatch.
Do we score the number that we picked as long as we get over
Yeah.
it?
So if you
Let's
pick a
score.
6 and you score a 20, it's 6.
Yeah.
Do we tell you what our number is?
You're all going to have to choose secretly.
Because I can
and-
just lie and be like, I choose 6, I roll 4, and then I'm like, oh, it's 4.
Well, there needs to be, like everything, Tuvalu, it's all about trust, this game.
I know.
I'll tell you what.
Right.
I'll get a D12.
So
and
what we're not doing is sort of counting who's going on a 1, who's going on a 2, who's going on a 3 up.
That's
No.
that's what we're going to do, but I need everyone starting. 'Cause in the Olympics, the committee knows everyone's first starting weight, and then
Oh,
it
the
just works.
committee. Okay, so I will
Okay.
whisper in him.
So at this point, we're just all individually rolling based on what we think is our first starting weight.
Yes. So what I want you to do is each of you decide. You don't need to shout out yet. You need to decide what your first amount is going to be that you're going to go for.
Yep.
So I'd say 1 to 4 is very easy. Up to 5 is probably easy. Then sort of 6 to 12 is quite middly, and then above that is getting quite difficult. You know.
So can I ask, what is the benefit of choosing a higher starting weight? We don't have to progress through lower categories to get to where we are.
But if you get the first weight and you nail it, then you're loving it, aren't you? Then there's a lot of weight off your mind, and you can take a chance.
Weight
on
off
really
your
crazy
mind.
numbers.
Smooth.
Weight off your mind and on the bar.
Okay.
It's about that if you fail at a lower weight, there's that stress. Do I stay at that weight or do I try a higher one? You know, so
if we say 10 and we roll an 18, then we get the 8 divided by 2, so we get a +4 to our following
yes.
weight.
Following
so then
weight.
we need to roll 11, but we only actually need 7.
Although you don't have to just go to 11. You could say I'm going to aim for 15. You don't have to go to the
Wow.
next one. You just have to go higher.
That's crazy aspirational.
So at this point, all we need to do is pick our aiming number and roll 1 die,
Okay.
and just keep up to ourselves what the result was.
Oh no! Don't do that. We're going to roll. We're going to roll together. I just want to know what you're starting. What you want to go for first.
Okay, cool.
So-
I'll
together.
drop you a message.
Each of you think. Oh, don't drop me a message. It's awkward. What I'll do is I'll do what Ben said. Just know what number you want, and
Okay.
I'll count up from 1, and when it's your weight, just say yes, and you can go first.
Okay.
So think of your
Yeah.
starting weight. Say nothing. It's all
Yeah.
in the mind. It's all in the mind. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Is anyone starting at 1? Is anyone starting at 2? Is anyone starting at 3? Is anyone starting at 4? Is anyone starting at 5? Is anyone starting at 6?
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, Greece with the 6. So Greece, please make the stage. Start
He's
groaning.
got the Minotaur.
And
That's a 19.
a 19. So he's at 6.
What?
So the maximum you could add, what did I say, was a 4.
+4.
So you're going to get a +4 on your next roll, Greece. So Greece has hit a 6. I feel I need to write this down. Well done. Well done, Greece. A strong start. Is anyone going for 7?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Please roll a d20.
And me as well.
Oh, okay. So we'll start with Cyprus and then go to Iceland.
But yeah, go for it.
15.
15. So you got 8 more, which is +4. So you get +4 to your next one. Iceland, please roll.
It's a 19.
So you'll also get. Oh, you're
No!
rolling big.
Oh my god.
The standard is being set high early on,
Oh
isn't it?
my goodness, you
Should have
guys.
gone higher.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Mm.
Tuvalu, what? We got to
So
wait. We got to wait actually, because now you other 3 need to decide what your next weight's going to be. Because I'm just going to keep counting up the weights. Tuvalu will only join in when we hit Tuvalu's weight.
Oh.
So tell what I'll do. I'll save at this point. Let's save some pictures for viewers. And for you guys.
We get our highest one from this, right?
You'll get your highest. So you've currently got 7, and even if you fail the others, you will take 7 with you to the next round.
Yeah.
Okay. Does everyone, including Tuvalu, know what their next lift is going to be?
Yes, I know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ali, you
Yeah.
good for it? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone lifting 8? Is anyone lifting 9? Is anyone lifting 10?
Tuvalu.
Okay, Tuvalu, give it a roll.
12.
Okay, that's good. So that's a 10,
Good.
and you could get a +1 to your next roll.
That's true.
See, don't be so low.
It's true. I wanted to introduce my athlete because I worked really
Please.
hard on this one, but it's okay. It's
No,
fine.
please do introduce. Who is your athlete? As they're
Oh,
pumping
okay.
as they're
It's
pounding their
Virginia.
chest.
It is. She is definitely pounding her chest. Her name is Virginia Womb Wrangler. She's 85 years old. She's been competing in local competitions for the last 55 years, but her category is live orca, and nobody else is prepared to train with her. So she was the only person to compete in her class for the Tokyo Olympics this year.
In the
But
live
also
orca class.
her orca is called Russell, and he's also her premier mode of transport. And the island's Uber as well. So, you know, they've got it all going on.
They work well together. I like it.
Yeah.
You did go. You leaned hard into that. didn't you?
You went big
I
on
did
that
work
one.
really hard on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went high. Nice. And with that lift, using a bar and not an orca, you head into the lead at this point. And I need you to think about what your next lift is going to be. So basically, as soon as you lift it, you need to think about your next one because I'll count through the numbers. And if you're taking it, you've got to say yes, okay?
And we have to go from the highest one that so I have to go from 10.
Yeah, and you're getting a +1 to your next roll. So.
Okay.
Okay. Is anyone taking 11?
Yes, please.
Okie dokie, Cypress. You get a +4 to this roll.
Come on, Cypress.
6.
6 + 4 is 10. It's a fail.
Oh.
So you are still at 7. Think.
Boo.
Are you going to stay there or are you going to go up a weight? You're going to have to roll flat. So you have to roll to get that number this time because you're feeling a bit down now. All that
I am
momentum.
down.
No, you've lost your bonus.
All that momentum has soaked out of your fingers.
Boo. So have I got a roll? And
Are you
Yeah.
going to go for 10 again with your last lift?
yeah.
Yep. Okey-dokey.
11. It's on, not 10 anymore.
Oh, sorry, was it 11? I'm so sorry,
Yeah.
11. Okay, go for it then. Oh, yes, you got 10. Yeah. Okay, go for it, Annie. You need 11 or more.
16.
Okay, that's good.
Hey!
Yes!
Well done.
I have no idea what's happening. What?
11. That's good. That's good. What I'll do is I'll put that into the little. Sadly, I have to put 2 little crosses in your failed lift. I'm afraid.
Oh no.
So it's marred your coffee book, as they say, or something.
Oh, it's like 2 little kisses. It's still a happy
Yeah, look at
story.
that.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Ah.
One on
Yeah,
each.
and
One on
it
each
is,
cheek.
after all, supposed to be a game. If you're not enjoying it, you're doing it wrong.
Exactly.
Okay, Mr. Gamesmanship. Let's.
Oh, hang on, Lou.
Yes.
Have I got to think? So, have I got to think of a number over 11 now?
No, the clean and jerk. We go to that when everyone else has done all 3 of their jumps. So jumps are lifts. They're not jumping with the weights.
Jump over, that's fine.
They've got to finish their 3 lifts, and then I'll introduce the clean and jerk after that.
Okay.
Okay. Is anyone lifting 12? Is anyone
Yeah.
lifting? Oh,
Yeah.
Tuvalu with a second lift. Okay, you're getting a +1 to your lift, Tuvalu.
Okay. 18.
18. Which is
Very solid.
so I don't count the bonus to that because that'll just keep racking up. So you achieved
Yeah,
it,
it's
you
fair.
achieved it anyway. 18 is 6 more, so you'll get a +3 to your final lift. Well done.
Oh,
And that is a big 12 for Tuvalu. Well done,
Yay.
Tuvalu. They're looking good.
Cypress, I love you.
Tuvalu take the lead. Are they the only team lifting 12?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. 13. Anyone taking unlucky 13? Anyone taking?
Can I just point out how jolly and happy with life Ben looks right now?
He's all smug. Isn't he?
I'm waiting to see whether you and I are going to blink first. That's what
He's living his best life, that man. Go on, Becky.
Who's taking 14? Oh, I thought you might because of the 50-50.
Warm my dice up.
Was anyone taking 15?
Yes.
Oh, go on.
Go on then, Grease. You get a +4.
And that's a 13.
Oh, so you
So
hit it,
+4, 17.
which means you hit, but you'll get no bonus for your last. So 15 might be your big lift. Well done.
Whoa.
When I get a +1.
I said you don't get one because it doesn't add on to the
You
top.
can't rack.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. Yeah,
That's
fair
it,
enough.
rack, yeah.
Was that Sisyphus, by the way?
No, I want to introduce who my athlete is in the second one because it'll be funnier in the second half, if you know what I mean.
Is it because they're a jerk? A historical jerk. Is anyone lifting on 16?
Yeah.
Tuvalu and Greece, you need to have your number in mind as well. Iceland, okay,
Oh,
you're hitting 16 with a +4, please.
whoa!
That's a 17.
Oh.
No!
Did I say I said rounded up as well, didn't I? So you're getting a +1 on that. Oh, that's big. That's Iceland have come out tonight like only gold matters.
That is a hell of a setup. That's brilliant.
Well done. And you got a +1 to take a chance at the end as well.
So I've also got a +1.
You've not,
I don't have anything.
because you made your number. You made your number. Oh no, hang on. Did you,
No, I think you got +3.
Oh, you did get +3. I've just looked at my notes.
Oh, I've got +3.
Yeah.
Lol. Okay.
Okay. Is anyone lifting at 17?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Go on.
Okay.
Yes.
Is that Tuvalu as
I'm
well?
about... No. I'm gonna wait for a moment.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I am. That would be cheating. I had in my mind 17.
Okay. I'll roll to see who goes first. Bear with me.
Okay. Oh, I'm really tense.
It's gonna be Tuvalu. Tuvalu go first. 17 with a +3.
Okay. I'm just rolling. 17. I got 16.
+3.
Ah!
That works.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Nice.
Big roll. Big 17.
Okay, now I've got +0, unfortunately, which is why I decided to jump now, you understand?
Yeah, to have any kind of odds, maybe.
Yeah.
And that, tragically, is a 16.
A
Oh.
Greek tragedy indeed.
It is a Greek tragedy.
Can I stand for Greece?
Stand for Greece. 15 keeps you in the running, I feel. You're not going to be far
Well,
off when
maybe.
it's the second stage. Iceland, you're left. What are you going for?
I'm rolling an 18.
Go on then. With a +1. Go on then.
No, that's an 8.
A big
+1 is 9.
Got up.
So given that we get to add them together, I'm not actually that far off, am I really?
Nope. You're not. You're only 2 back from the lead.
Yeah,
Which
okay.
is-
I'm not
which
going
is
to panic then.
Which is actually Tuvalu. Tuvalu came. Considering Iceland went big early on, Tuvalu got that. It's all that orca training out of nowhere.
I think Tuvalu played a real tactical game here. That was very cleverly done. Well done.
If you look at those chosen numbers.
I really love your praise, Ben, but I got to tell you, I'm like half a bottle of gin in at this point. There's nothing whatsoever happening here.
And the only person to make all 3 lifts.
However, I'm very confident in the clean and jerk.
Why is that?
I really got to see you got. Yeah, come on.
Well, because for the female weightlifting, having known that it would come in the snatch and clean and jerk, I obviously chose a woman who probably knows more about jerks than anyone else in human history.
Oh, go on.
So we're going with Helen.
Yeah, there she is.
Young bride of Sparta.
Ah, the Bride of Sparta. Strong
We
contestant.
usually arrived, we just weren't sure.
And just about the most miserably maligned and mistreated woman in all of human history.
Oh, I don't know. There's a few contenders for that role.
There are a few, but she's definitely on the list.
Take it out on the bar, Ben. Not in the audience.
Good tip.
Okay, yeah. Okie dokie. So we go into the second phase where you'll be rolling a d20 and a d8. So the prizes are bigger. Again, you'll be choosing secretly your first weight. Cyprus are currently in 4th with 11. Then Greece with 15, Iceland with 16, and Tuvalu with 17. So it's very closely packed at the top, especially. But all it takes is a big lift from Cyprus, and they are straight back in it. No one is cut adrift.
Woohoo!
Yep.
Nearly cut adrift, but not quite. So I want you all to think of your first weight, and I'll start counting up from 1 again.
Okay, so We can go from 22 up to 28 this time, right?
You
Yeah.
can go from 1.
22 to 28 is the range, yeah. Or
You can
2
go
to
from-
28, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, 2,
2
yeah,
to
2, so
28.
we're on 2. 2 to 28.
2 to 28.
We can math. That's fine. All right.
See, there
Going
is something to be
kids.
said for going low because you could get a big bonus, but at the same time, it's quite a big difference to go for your second one. Okay, here we go. And it's only a +4 after all. Who is going for 2? Anyone 2s? Any 3s?
Russia
And-
went for 3.
Who went for 3?
Russia.
Russia?
Yeah.
Anyone went for 4? 5? 6? 7?
Who's gonna go?
8? 9?
Yeah, I'm in at 9.
Oh,
You're at 9,
nice.
okay.
Go on, Iceland.
Ooh, that's a 13 and a 6. So 9.
Oh, my
So
goodness.
you take your +4 to the second. It served you well last time. Not necessarily
Yes.
a bad plan at all. 9 for Iceland. Okay. Think of your next target, Ewan, and we're off on our merry way again. Anyone taking 10? Tuvalu?
Yeah.
Go for it.
I have an 11 and a 4.
So it's 15. So you're going to get a +3 on that.
Nice. We'll take it. Take it.
Was there any other
Solid
10s?
effort.
Was that any other 10s, or was that the only 10? Okay. 11.
Yes, please.
Go on then, Cyprus. Double up your score. D20 and D8 together.
Oh, it's a 6 and a 6.
That is a 12. You'll get a +1 for the next. You just about made it. You're in the game.
Go on.
Phew.
Go on,
Nice.
Cyprus.
That's right.
You move out of last for the time being. Greece are now in last place. Two
Woohoo!
Cyprus, think of your second. Anyone jumping on 12? 13.
Yes.
Oh, go on then,
Greece is going on 13.
Right, you need to hit that 13. Playing the odds.
Right. And that's a 12 and an 8.
1.
So
Wow.
20.
So you've got a plus. That's +4. You're going to be +4ing on that. So that's
Okay.
a big. That is
You
a big
cleaned it,
success for
jerked it,
Greece.
and then held it over the judges' table.
What's that?
I think we juggled it, to be honest. That was pretty good.
I
That
mean,
was pretty good.
Helen and the juggling, sure.
I'm glad you channeled it as it needed to be. There we go. There's the score after the first, which
Okay.
puts Greece currently back in the lead, 28. 25 for Iceland, 27 for Tuvalu, 22 for Cyprus. Okay, here we go. 14.
Tuvalu.
Okay, Tuvalu. You get a +3 to your roll.
My D8 is a 6.
Mm-hmm.
And my D12. Is it a D12 or D20? Am I supposed to be
D20.
roll?
20.
Okay. Well, either I'm going to keep this roll because it's. Wait, hang on. Can I roll it again because I can't see it?
If you can't see it, roll it.
You can't see it, yeah.
That's the gin, not the dice.
It's a 14.
So that's 20 in total.
Okay, is that enough? That's enough.
That's enough because you went for 14. That's 20. So you're getting a.
Oh yeah.
Hang on, and that's more than enough because you had your +3 as well. So you're going to get a +3 again this time. So you'll be +3 on your final lift. Is
Okay.
anyone going for? Hang on. Is anyone going for 15? Is anyone going for 16? Is anyone going for 17?
Yes, please.
Ooh, Cyprus, you get a +1 on this roll. This could secretly, low-key, be quite a good lift.
This could be a really good one.
Cat amongst
Worried about this one.
pigeons.
It's a 14 and a 7.
Oh,
20,
brilliant.
That's 21. You didn't need your help. 21. That's a +2 to your final lift. And
Woo!
I'll tell you what, low key, That might not actually be a bad
I
lift
don't
at
think
all.
That
that's
might
Cyprus's
actually
first-
turn out to be
it's not
really
Cyprus's
good.
second lift. It's not her
Yay.
final.
No, final lift, got one more go as well. That
Yeah.
that lifts into 28. That lifts Cyprus into joint second place with Greece, and you go on your highest weight of the night, which is Cyprus's. So into the silver medal position. Tuvalu have 31 and are doing very well. So here we go.
Have I got to think of another number?
Yeah.
Yep,
you got one
anything.
more.
You're going to get a +2 to your final roll, Ali.
Okay.
Okay. Is anyone going on 18?
I
Is
have a
it-
+2.
You're gonna have +3, Tuvalu.
Oh, okay.
Plus
Is anyone
3 Tuvalu.
+3 Tuvalu?
We're gonna plus down 3 and 2, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
More than half a bottle of gin now. He said, "This is why, ladies and
This-
gentlemen, you
This
drink in
is why I
moderation."
don't stream this, exactly.
18. Did anyone go for 18? Nope. Anyone
Yeah.
go- Oh, you're
Yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah.
You're going to finish up just to put like the crown on your achievement. You get a
Yeah,
plus.
let's see.
Okay.
Yeah, for +3.
So plus
So
3
really, I
to your
need
roll.
15,
Yep, you need
which I think
15.
is doable. Oh, I've got. Oh, wait, hang on. No, that's a 9. No, 12. God, and an 8. 12 and an 8. That's not
20.
enough.
That's enough. That's 20.
Is it?
Plus 3.
Yeah, +3, 23. An easy lift in the end. Gritted teeth and growling, picturing the
Wait,
orca in her eyes. It's a strong lift.
Russell!
And Tuvalu take a big lead. And for the maths fans among us, that is a 35.
What?
You've finished on.
How?
That is big, which means Cyprus can do it, but need to hit a 25. Greece can
Killer
do
whale,
it,
huge.
but need to hit a 21. Iceland can do it, but will need to hit a 20, just so you're aware. So there's big lifts needed to win it. It's been a good competition. Anyone going on 19? Anyone going on 20?
Yeah.
Iceland playing the odds. I like it. Yeah, +4.
Yeah.
+4.
I had set my dice to 20
Yeah.
a long time ago.
It's absolutely fine.
It is good maths.
Oh, that's good. That's an 18 and an 8.
Oh, that is good.
God, well done.
26 and a +3 to your minus roll.
Amazing.
That is big from Iceland. Oh, that is Iceland into the lead.
Oh, I
Gold.
knew we'd have gone to.
Gold
Yeah.
or nothing.
Virginia
from
starts swinging Russell over her head like in a
Iceland.
Someone in the
like a slingshot.
Big from Iceland. Right.
Go on.
I'm just gonna let Sparrow in.
Oh, cool. Sparrow's here. Hey,
What's
Sparrow.
here?
You all right?
Hello, Sparrow.
Hi, Sparrow.
Hello.
Hi, Sparrow.
Hello.
Oh,
I
look.
accidentally didn't put all the things on.
You doing good?
So it looks like I'm really far behind.
Actually, you're okay. You can get a big roll.
Shall we? I'm sure everyone's fine if we let Sparrow into the weightlifting.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll have to explain how it works, but do you know how the Olympic weightlifting works anyway?
No.
Okay. So each weightlifter gets 3 lifts in the snatch, which is the one where you have to lift it over your head in sort of in one motion.
Okay.
And then after that, they keep their best lift, and then they get 3 lifts at the one where you stop on the clean and jerk, where you stop on your shoulders and then lift it.
Mhm.
And then they take their best lift in the snatch and add it to their best lift in the clean and jerk for their total score. When you start on a number, your weight, if you fail that weight, you can't go lower. You have to do that weight again or more. So there's a strategy that they don't go for their best lift first, because if they miss it, they can end up with 0, which would be an absolute disaster. So for us, we were doing the snatches, you roll a d20. And you should be able to see from the score what people went for. So Greece went for a 6, then they went for a 15, and then they failed on a 17. Tuvalu achieved all their lifts, a 10, a 12, and a 17. Now, what we're doing is, if you succeed on your roll, so if you go for an 8 and you roll a 12, that difference, you will get half of that added to your next roll because you're so beefy and strong. So if you went for an 8 and got 12, that's a +2 to your next roll.
Excellent.
Okay. So it's about strategizing, maybe put a smaller one in to start with to boost up your numbers for your next one and so on. Okay. So I'm going to have to pester you for it because it'd be quite fun to get you up to where the other guys are.
Okay.
For the last round of lifts, if that's okay. So looking at the snatch, so D20 is your max. So 20 is the biggest lift. Well, unless you added like a +4 at the end. But what would you like your first attempt at the snatch to be? Czech Republic.
I'm not really sure what I'm choosing.
You need to choose a roll that you think you're going to get. So you're
Oh,
D20,
okay.
You need to hit a roll.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely want to go low.
Yeah, you want to like nail one. Put one in the bank, as it were.
Okay, yeah. How about a 6?
6 is good. Okay, so get your D20 and roll it and see what you hit with it.
I feel a community spirit. 6 is what I went for as well.
Yeah, it's it's not quite 5.
It's not
it's a
quite
little more
5.
dignified.
Yeah, exactly.
5 feels like surrendering, doesn't it? But 6 feels optimistic.
There's something about it.
So I got a 12.
We've lost an alley. A 12. That is really good.
Which means that I have 3 points to add to my next one, right?
You do. So I will add up I'll start working through your snatch. So you got a 6. Yep. So what do you want your next weight to be then?
Let's go 10. Let's go bold.
Okie dokie. So add 3 to your D20 and roll.
I got a 20.
You got a 20, a natural 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Natural 20. So
my actual goodness, well done.
This die was not treating me that well last night. I'm just saying. Okay, so I was going for a 10, so I get 5 points on my next one, right?
You'll get 4. We max it out at 4 because it stops people from gaming the system too much. So you can get +4 on your final lift. That is good.
Great.
What are you going to go for your final lift?
What am I reaching for? What have other people done?
Tuvalu are leading, if you can see the scoreboard, with 17. Iceland hit 16, Greece hit 15, and Cyprus hit 11.
So I've hit 16 right now, right?
You're on 10 at the minute.
Oh, 10 is okay.
It's your biggest lift, yeah.
And I still get to go through the other round if I miss this one, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just you'll take 10 with you.
Okay. Yeah, let's do 16.
16. That'll put you straight in the mix. So
big risk.
Add a 4 to your dice. That's a 12.
Oh no!
What'd you get?
I rolled a 4, so I have an 8.
Oh, so it's a big XX to finish.
So you carry a 10 into the next round. Okay.
Nothing lasts forever, I guess.
It doesn't.
I shouldn't have praised my die.
It got too big for its boots, didn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ali's internet's gone down. Hang on.
Yeah. Can we go through chat with that?
I say, or we yeah. Yeah, that's okay. If as long as you can listen, then that's all right. We can go through chat with you, Ali, if you like. Okay. At least while we're fiddling around, if you want to try and get back on Teams. Okay. Just as I put all the flags there, and now Sparrow's Cyprus.
Yes, you just sorted out the flags, and it's all gone horribly wrong.
Finally moved the flags for the first time. There we go.
I want Ali to get back in so they all shuffle around and they're all wrong.
Yes. As soon as we had
all my clever work.
They're all going to be random again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
play random games, get random results.
Exactly right. Well, we got a random result earlier because Iceland finally won their first gold medal, so and it's looking good for this one.
Yes, everybody got medals except Greece.
Medals for
One
everyone.
team that I thought would get a gold medal.
So, Sparrow, you're going to need to catch up. I'm going to make you do at least, because we're up to 20 in the second round. In clean and jerk, that's okay, Ali. You'll just have to give your results and things here. They're up to 20 so far, Sparrow, but the clean and jerk, you get to roll a d20 plus a d8.
Okay.
So it's a bigger weight.
Okay.
So, but you don't carry any bonuses over from the last round. 'Cause it's a whole new style of lifting.
Mhm.
What would you like?
And I lost my bonus, so.
Yeah, exactly. What would you like your first lift to be at?
8.
8. Okie dokie. So you just need to hit an 8 on a d20 plus a d8.
Okay. Okay, I got a 26.
Okie dokie. You hit that big. You get a +4 for that. And,
Okay.
And you sort of lifted it above your head as if it was a feather. Spun it around a couple of times. Waited while the lights flashed, and then put it down delicately with just your thumb and forefinger. You moved the other fingers moved out the way. Ooh. And you sort of lifted it above your head. Okay. Now, you're currently at 18. Tuvalu, who have completed, scored 35 in total. So you're going to need to hit at least 25 or 26 to be in chance for a medal here.
Okay, what did I go for this time?
You went for 8, and you've got a +4. What would you like to go for as your second lift?
Let's try 14.
14, okay, cool. And then we'll catch you up with everyone else. So it's a +4 to your roll.
Okay, that's just a 17. So +1.
We'll round it up, so it's +2.
Oh wait, did I add anything to this roll aside from
you
the
get to add
D8?
you get to add a +4, but that's only to make the total. It doesn't get added to a bonus, so it doesn't roll. Your plus doesn't roll over. So, you.
Well, I was aiming for 14, right?
Yep, aiming for 14.
And I add 4.
Yep.
Oh, okay. So then I got 18.
You got 18. Okay.
So I add 2 to my next roll.
Yep, you got 2 to your next roll anyway. Yeah, that's what it worked out. So,
okay.
Okay. So we'll give you a 14 there. And she did just come back into chat, and it has changed all my flags around.
Yep.
Yeah.
You shut your
Thanks,
face.
Ali.
Sorry.
That's the only reason you came back in.
No need to apologise. Making Luke uncomfortable is part of what we do on this channel.
How dare you? Right,
wait until those dark places, and then Luke will know.
No one else is.
I thought we were doing that to you, and
no one else is allowed to leave. No, it's me doing the flags. There we go. There we go. Right. Okay. So.
Last lift. I have a +2.
You got +2. But there's other people with lifts now.
Oh, good. Oh, so I'm caught up. Excellent.
Caught up, yes. Now, everyone else has. You're going to need at least a 20 to be in with a chance of medals, to be honest. Probably in the 20s and something. So, Tuvalu have finished on 35. Cyprus are currently on 28. Greece are currently on 28. Iceland are currently on 36.
Wow.
And you're currently on 24. Sparrow, so you're going to need to go big on your last lifts. It's like go big or go home, I guess.
And just to help your memory, the last number you called out was 20.
It was 20.
Just so you know where we were on the count.
Thank you. So what I've been doing is I've been counting up one number at a time, and when you want to lift at that lift, you say, yes, I want to lift, me or your country name. So are you going to want to do lower than 20, Sparrow, or are you joining in with us from 20?
I'll go big or go home. I'm going to do 22.
That's what I'd like to. 22, okay. Does anyone want to do 21?
Yes, please.
Okay, Greece. Greece 21.
Yep, I'm going for 21.
You got +4 from your last.
Okay, I might need it.
These are getting big rolls, to be honest. I was quite impressed with Iceland's 20.
14 and 2 is 16 plus 4 is 20.
20. No, I failed. Almost got it up and got the elbows locked, but you couldn't get the feet still. You sort of, you started staggering around a little bit.
What about my life are you criticising when you said that?
I love that.
Anyway, yes, you're right. Basically, that it was the trembling that got to me.
It was just the trembling.
Okay.
Now, Greece, you want to go for 21 again, or are you going to need to go? You're struggling at best. You're equal bronze at the minute, and you're missing out on that because Cyprus has lifted bigger.
Yeah. So hang on a second. I need. Is it 23 or 24? I need in order to move into top place.
To go into top place right now, you need a 22 to go into top place as it stands.
Okay, I'm not going again at 21.
Okay.
Oh.
Oh, he's all mathsy and he's all gamesy. Sparrow, you missed it. We had a climbing one, and he like planned the route out while
I
everyone else
did.
was playing. So,
Yeah, but he's got Hercules behind the scene, and you know what I mean,
it blew up in his face, thankfully.
right?
It's not my fault that all the best heroes are Greek. What can I tell you?
Excuse me. I mean, most of them, sure.
But not all of them. There's some Tuvaluan heroes down the way.
Hell yeah,
Well,
like
after
that
this
guy.
Olympics.
Like the surfboard guy. I loved him.
Oh, who all is
Tim.
everyone playing right now? What are your player names?
I'm Virginia Womb Wrangler.
Mm.
On the
That's
basis,
actually a homage to Helen Glover, who is an Olympic rower who was celebrated because she was able to row a boat and have babies at the same time.
Yeah, you
Wow.
got quite,
I mean,
you
not
got quite upset
literally
about
at the
that.
same time. Be a mother at the same time, not give birth at the same
Give birth
time.
in the
I thought give birth was what you meant.
That would be impressive. To be fair,
That
I
would
would
be
celebrate
Would
that.
be-
That's Tuvalu. Next on Greece, who are you playing?
Well, for this one,
Yeah,
we have put forward Helen of Troy because there's a woman who really knew about jerks.
So and it's doing quite well. Well, was doing well in the clean and jerk, but struggled secondly.
Yep.
Iceland, who is your hero for the day?
Iceland is Marina Wynesta.
Very similar to one of our favourite Spanish.
Homage to one of the
Homage.
strongest women I know.
I love it. I love it. Yours are always the best. You missed Sparrow. Ewan's first one was a climber who. What's his thing?
Gabe Runner, who volunteers at their local youth centre and teaches kids how to climb and cook.
Like, how can you cheer against someone like that?
Marina runs a family bakery in downtown Reykjavik.
Yeah, but she's also a poker shark and runs loans.
Whoa.
And she's got a massive vacuum cleaner conspiracy that the Hoover Company are actually investigating right now.
So there's more to it than meets the eye.
Oh yeah.
Cyprus, which Iokim is competing for you?
I think we've got Christina Iokim, goat herder.
Goat herder.
Yes.
Good skill for lifting.
Yeah, likes cooking.
Likes cooking. Oh, that's good. Two good skills.
Skills food.
Okay, then Czech Republic. You asked who's your lifter?
Urina. I'm guessing how you pronounce C's. I only know the Hungarian way. Urina Cheskova.
Okay.
You say that like we know the difference between Hungarian. Oh God, you totally read that in Hungarian, you cheat.
Does it have the little cedilla under the sea?
Oh.
Well, to be fair, Hungarian isn't actually an Indo-European language, so.
Because if it does, it's Cheshkova.
Oh, Czech.
Okay, naturally Ben would know.
Yeah,
Okay.
of course
We'll
Ben
just say
knows.
it that way because that rolls off the tongue
my
easier for
Czech
me.
isn't actually all that good, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm just confused because there's no Z next to the C. But
They always used to bounce. That was the problem with your Czechs.
I'm actually genuinely convinced that was the reason for the defenestrations of Prague. They were trying to find out if, when you threw them out of a high-story window, would they in fact bounce?
Oh, it's all
Stop
bleak.
it!
It's all
Stop
gone
it,
bleak all
Becky.
of a sudden. Okay, 22.
Okay.
21 is failed. No one else wanted 21. Now that we know everyone's competing.
Okay, so I'm gonna go for 22.
22. Okie dokie.
Yeah.
That is your last lift. It'll put you as a total score of 32, which currently puts you in bronze medal position.
Oh.
Currently.
Okay, you know what?
You can hold out.
Let's do 24.
Okay, right.
Okay,
So anyone
then-
else want 22?
Yeah, we're going at 23, please.
Okay, 23. Any others on 23? Okay, Greece, go on then, 23.
23. And obviously we don't get a bonus here because we muffed the last one.
Yep, you got to go flat 23, mate. It's a
Ooh.
big score to go for.
It's an ask.
That's not bad, though. That's a 19 and a 5.
He's hit it.
Oh.
He's hit
24.
it. He's hit it.
I got a 29. So
you
I
got
definitely made
29.
it.
Oh man, I can't
Tuvalu
keep up.
goes to the bar.
Hang on. So
I
Greece.
got
wrong-
a
wrong
19
bar.
and an 8, and I had 2. So
Okay, so we'll finish Chekhov with a 24, and we'll finish Greece with a 23. I'm happy with that. Right, bear with me a second while I catch up with my pictures.
Yeah, sorry, it's got a bit muddled compared to where it was earlier on.
We've
Sorry
moved so
about
smoothly. Right.
Genuinely, congratulations for an amazing entry into the game, Sparrow.
Yeah.
thank you. I'm sorry about the train. I
That's
can't
okay.
find. I can't find. I can't find the tab to mute.
I'm just amazed there's anywhere in the United States you can hear a train from. They're not that common over there.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm only half an hour out of Austin, so
Okay.
with the commuter rail. And really, really late at night, the very loud and slow freight trains that sometimes stop slightly down from my building and just hang out and like make weird alien noises. It's great.
Yeah, that sounds like the USA.
No, it's okay. I wasn't trying to sleep or anything.
Right. Iceland or Cyprus? You got one lift left. Anyone going on? Either of you going on 24?
No. Not me.
25? 25?
Yes,
Yeah.
please.
Yep, both 25s.
After Cyprus.
Go
Well,
on,
Cyprus.
Cyprus.
You get a +2, Cyprus.
Wow, that could be handy.
This puts Cyprus into silver medal position if Cyprus hits it.
7,
Oh, if that's on the 8, that's okay.
19.
Oh!
26 +2. Hit it.
Blimey.
That is
Hit it.
tremendous.
Yay!
Nice.
Big.
Did I do it right? Yay!
That's filthy. I need to go and get a shower. That's amazing stuff.
25. That is a huge lift. An enormous lift that puts Cyprus from last after the first stage into second place as it stands.
Yay!
That
As
is
it stands,
fantastic.
though.
Excellent.
Because there is one person that can ruin all the fun.
Oh.
Not
I don't
Sparrow.
want to do it now.
No, it's Sparrow is finished on 34. It is Iceland. Who's also going. I know exactly. Who's also going to 25.
Iceland.
This will win it. This will go for 41 and take the gold. You got a +3. Oh, hey, Rock and Raspy, all right? Thank you for joining us. You join us just as we reach the tail end of the weightlifting. There's been a lot of jerks in tonight. What'd you get? Big
16
failure.
and a 7.
Is that a 16 and a 7?
16 and 7.
23 +3 is 26.
Yeah.
That is out of nowhere.
No.
Iceland finish with a 25 and take the gold medal.
Oh.
It's starting
Sorry.
to feel like gold medals can only be won by Iceland.
Yeah. What's up with that?
It is the
Wow.
Iceland day.
I'm sorry.
This
What's
is
it-
the day of Iceland.
It is the day that they finally came.
You
Right,
need to settle the bet from the first.
Oh, have I not settled the
event.
bet? Oh, I'll set up, and then I can set up the bet for the last one.
Yeah, exactly. I thought I'd remind you. Sorry for sneaking in there.
Which country's winning first gold tonight? The answer is not Greece.
Mhm.
Well done to all those that said not Greece.
Well,
Yay.
continuing a streak of not winning the predictions.
I'll set up another prediction ready for the last one before I go into the medals and that.
I feel like Iceland was much less dangerous when they were called B-Jam.
Okay.
Sparrow's got some fighting words for you in there.
that is some, yeah. I might have to. Those late night gardeners around my street.
Okay, let's set up I'm going to set up a poll, a little bit shorter this time because which continent wins the skateboarding, Europe or not Europe?
Mm.
Which means it's basically Tuvalu. Or you guys. It's all on Tuvalu.
Yeah,
I'm bidding on you, Fiddles.
Iceland is on the European plate.
Yeah, exactly. So, the medals go as follows. Iceland finish with a grand total of 41. 16
Wow.
plus 25, 41. Iceland take gold. In silver place is Greece coming to the game.
Oh, okay, not too
15
bad.
plus 23, 38.
Nice.
Third place is Cyprus.
Yay!
11 plus 25 for 36. A huge comeback for Cyprus.
Yay!
Amazing. Well
That was
done.
Quality
Fourth place,
last.
and then it's close. Tuvalu with 35 and Czech Republic with 34. So it's very close for that bronze medal.
Yeah, very tight.
Very tight. Right. Before Ewan does take it out on the Gardner, let's update the medal table. So,
To explain this to Rue, Ewan likes killing gardeners. And that's really all there is to it.
thanks for explaining.
Great.
No one
no
tells me
golfer
what
is-
Carl's doubting. I need.
You
I
think
need
Ewan's
him.
like the nicest person, and he's all like mild mannered, and everything's really charitable and friendly and forgiving. But actually, he's a savage, brutal murderer with a rake. Don't get near him.
I like how we've crossed the line as well from
Yeah.
my player characters to
Yes.
To actual Ewan.
Yes. It's not the character you play. It's
Yeah, yeah.
actually you,
It's
the
actually
human
you.
being.
yeah.
The hosepipe strangler. Yeah.
it's actually you. Okay, so there is the medal table as it stands, going by the classic medal table approach. Iceland atop, 2 golds, a silver and 2 bronzes. Greece have jumped back up to second with a gold, 2 silvers and a bronze. Then Tuvalu, gold and 2 silvers. Cyprus have moved to 1 of each. And the Czech Republic looked good, came strong, but will have to look for their last medal in the last event of the games, which is the skateboarding.
We're still all out of breath from being late.
Yeah, exactly. Just trying to catch up a bit. Let's bring up the skateboarding. It's the first little one I did, I think, pretty much. It's very exciting. Here is the skateboarding, the last event. I'll explain how it works. You're each going to get 2 runs on the skateboarding. I think it doesn't matter too much. We'll call it this one, the street. Okay. And throughout the street, you're going to need to hit. Thank you, Rook. We sort of thought up as an idea, and I sort of ran with it during the Olympics. Just came up with some push your luck kind of dice games, and I'm considering actually writing them down and doing some graphics that isn't like actual Olympic graphics that could get me in trouble, and then might make it available and make it available if people want it. And I quite like the idea of doing the Olympics again at another point and see if anyone can beat the world records. But anyway,
Well, you could probably come up with a version for every sport in the games, couldn't you?
yeah, I think it would get quite repetitive, but I reckon I could probably do 12. And it was Sox was talking about doing a Winter Olympics one. We could do one in the new year when the Winter Olympics is on.
Yeah,
That'd be quite cool.
Definitely.
Which would be cool.
Biathlon is my jam.
But there we go. Then we'll make sure it's not in it because we won't give you an unfair advantage. Right. Anyway, here we go. No, biathlon would work really well, I think, because you could use shooting a bit like the archery. So, okay, here we go. You're going to get 2 runs each, and in that run, you're going to do 6 tricks, and that corresponds with the 6 dice. I hope you've all got your D&D sets. Not the
Close
10s,
enough.
not the 10s, but your 4, your 6, your 8, the all-important 10, the 12, and the 20.
I love how you put in that all important.
Well, Ben refuses to use
We're
it.
not playing with 10s because Ben doesn't like them.
Yeah.
I started coming up with a game a while back, set on a desert island, which used D10s just because I know Ben hates them.
Yep.
Was it who needs to go fishing? Whoever doesn't like rolling a d10
Yeah,
goes fishing.
Is always on fishing duty. Everyone else gets to sunbathe.
So you have to use all 6. So you have to use a D10 at some point, right?
Yeah, you can use your D20 and halve it, I guess, if you want.
No, I'm not that annoyed about D10s. It's just they irritate me.
Yeah, fair. The Rock and Raft uses 3 D10 systems. There you go. What a dream. It's like, I saw you physically shudder there, man. Right, anyway.
I try very hard not to play any.
So what's going to happen on your run, you're going to be running, you're going to be rolling each of these 6 dice once. So each of these dice represents a trick. Okay. Now, before you run, what skateboarders do is they pre-plan their run, correct? They sort of have in their mind what they're going to do. So I need you to work out, and either you're going to need to jot it down or think about it and tell me when it's your turn, what your first run is going to be. So, for example, you could say, or you could play it safe, and you can say my run is going to be 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That just means you need to roll 6 ones, and that's easy.
Which might be all right.
It should be okay, I think. Or you could say, on your D1, you think you could roll a 2, you reckon you could roll a 2, a 4, a 7, an 8, a 10, and a 13.
Okay.
So you're picking 6 tricks, knowing that you're going to roll each dice once. Okay.
Yep.
Then you're going to roll the dice in any order you want, and then you're going to assign that dice to one of the tricks.
Yep.
If you hit that trick score, so if you say I'm going to go for 8, and you roll a 10, you say, okay, I'll assign that 10 to an 8. You
Yep.
score 8 points because you nailed that trick. You don't get a bonus, you just get 8 points for nailing that trick.
And you roll the dice one at a time.
Yep.
So when you roll a die, you get a score, and then you say, I'm going to assign that to whatever.
Yeah, so by the end you might not roll high enough.
Exactly. Now, if you miss that score you're going for, so say you're going for a 10 and you hit an 8, you get the difference. So that difference is 2, yeah? The difference between the 10 and the 8 is 2. So instead of it's really hard to explain, but you're 2 away, you hit an 8, so you double that. You're 2 away, so you take double that off the 10, so you only score a 6. So if so you basically take double rounded up, so it's bad. So if you're going for a 20 and you only hit a 10, you're 10 away, double it, you get a 0. You totally missed the trick.
Gotcha.
I'll talk you through it, but basically if you miss it, it's bad. You'll still get some points, but it's bad.
Yep.
So you don't give yourself too many impossible tricks. You're going to get 2 runs. So if you mess up one run, you can bring it together in the second run, or you can take it easy in the first run and go for it in the second run. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried about Fiddle's drunken brain, but hopefully.
Do we use the same numbers
I was going to
twice?
ask, like, of every question that I could have, the one that I have is, can we name our tricks as we go through our run, please?
Yes, you certainly can.
Thank you.
Nice. Do we use the same numbers twice for both runs? It's the same run.
No, once you've done your first run, you can start planning your second run.
Cool.
I'm going to roll the dice to see who's going to go first. So I want you to think about it, and I've rolled it, and because he seems to know what's going on, Ben is going first.
Okay,
so let me move the
if I've understood this correctly, I now have to declare the numbers for my tricks.
Yes, and I'm going to move to the graphics screen, because then I'll try and keep it updated. Okay, come then. What are your tricks difficulties?
Okay,
6 tricks to hit.
As my first run, to see how it goes,
Yep.
I'm going to try 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
4, 6.
Ooh.
Oh, that 4 is going to be difficult. 8, 10, 12. So you think, using those 6 different dice, you're going to be able to hit those...
At least
scores.
5 of the 6 tricks.
Okay. The total for that is 10, 22, 30, 40, 54. That feels big.
Yeah.
That feels big.
That's my guess. So we'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to put this up. You're going to have to live with me a little bit because I need to...
Sure.
It feels like one I need to have on the screen. And I don't know what the delay is. Has the score come up for you yet, Ben?
My system's running, as you know, a few seconds behind, but don't panic. It's I'm willing to trust that it's all functionally working.
Okay,
so I need to start with my D4. Is that right?
What you can do in any order you want, mate.
Well, I think I will start with the D4 on the basis that, you know, this is going to be the definitive thing as to whether or not I have the possibility to hit all 6.
Okay, here we go. Go on then. It's a tough trick for.
And the first one's a 4.
Hit it. So 4 points. Are you doing it for the 4?
I will assign it to the 4, please. The only one it can possibly achieve.
Yep. Cool.
Which makes the 6 a bit of a risk.
Oh yeah, you've got to hit you've got to hit big on like a lot of them now.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
But I'm working on the basis that if this horribly fails, I've got a second go, you know.
Yeah, that's true. I like your thinking.
And that's a 3.
Okay, where are you assigning that to?
I'm assigning that to my second go, to the 6, please.
Okay, which means you were 3 away.
That's a -6.
So you double it, so it's a 0. So you hit a 0 on that.
So 0. Okay.
Yeah.
And then a 3 again. So that's a 0.
Okay. Oh dear, you're missing these tricks.
You're not wrong.
I've got to warm all my dice up.
Go, get those dice.
Right. I'm now going to roll the
Big hands.
D20.
The D20, yep.
Okay, that's a 15, so I'm going to assign it to the 14, please.
Oh, you've hit the 14. Well done.
And now we're going to roll the D12. And that's an 11. We're going to assign that to the 10.
Oh, so you've hit the 10. Well done, you.
Which means, of course, my remaining die is the D10, and I've set it a bit of a challenge.
You've got to hit a 12 with the 10. That's what I like.
I achieved a 6, but it's going to be a 0.
What do you 6? Yeah, it's going to be a 0. You're too far.
Yeah.
So your final score, you fell out a lot of those tricks. You finished though with a 28, Ben.
Yeah. Okay.
If anyone's following that, it's the most. I've left the most mathsy thing to the end of the evening. Poor old fiddles. So you hit the 4, you hit the 14, you hit the 10, but you were unable to hit those other numbers.
Yep.
28. Well done. I think that's a good first score.
I figured I would throw caution to the wind, and we might have to adjust the strategy for run 2. You know.
Yeah, why not? Let's give you a start. So Iceland are next on my list.
Oh.
So.
That's me.
Yes.
That is. Yeah.
That is.
Right. Do you want my numbers?
I tell you what. There's nothing I would want more in life than your numbers. I actually can't think of anything else I'd rather have.
I can think of 3 things. But I'm pretty sure I'm only allowed to say one of them.
Right, I've got 1, 4, 6.
So you were just ploughed straight on there.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's because he's a nice man. What was it? 1, 4, 6.
1, 4, 6.
Yeah.
6, 8, 15.
Okay. 8. I like it. You've gone. It feels a bit more sensible lower down, with one last little big super trick to go for.
Yeah.
Let me
I'm
save
excited.
that so people can see. You're excited. I'm excited.
Excited.
This is it's Iceland's night. If anyone's going to do it tonight, it's Iceland. How would you feel with 3 golds tonight, Ewan?
That'd be unbelievable, wouldn't it? Really. No golds going in.
Cat.
3 coming out.
Come on then. Let me write it down.
much.
What have you got? You got a 1, 4, 6.
Yeah.
6, 8, 15. Okay. Get
6,
them
8,
bones
15.
rolling.
I'm going to start off with the D4,
Okay. I think I'm feeling good about the D4.
which is a 1.
Oh, so you hit it. Well done.
There you go.
So I'll use that on my 1.
Yeah.
And then I guess we go to the D6. Sense. Ooh. And that's a 1.
Oh.
Oh no.
This is not going very well. I will use that on the 4.
That's going to be a big miss. That's going to be a 0. You're too far off to nail that. Yep.
Yeah. Let's then go to my D10 and hope to get something. That's an 8.
Okay.
So I'll knock off one of my 6s.
Would you? You could knock off the 8.
Oh, I could knock off the 8. Yeah, I'd knock off the 8. Of course I would.
Of course you would. I'm sorry. I shouldn't help you. I'm the IOC. I remain impartial. It's only the Russians I help out.
Then we're going to go to the 12.
Yeah.
Because I've got to leave the 8 before the 20.
Yeah.
And you can't do 2 tough tricks back to back.
No, need the momentum.
That is a 4. So that will go on one of my 6s.
Okay, that will mean you were 2 off, so it's 4. So you still score 2 points for that trick.
Very good. And then I'll go to the 8.
6, 7,
Which
and a 15
is-
to hit.
Which is an 8.
So you've hit the 6. I take it.
Yeah.
And then you got the 15 to go for.
15. Which is a 17.
So you've hit the 15. Very good. Brand, I'm going to slam my skateboard against the side of the half pipe repeatedly to make a noise, because I've
Wow.
seen that's what they do.
You're
Yeah.
so sky right now.
You've completed that round. It was a simpler round. I'm not going to lie. But that said, you chose wisely because you've got into the lead, old Mr. Goldpants, with 32 in your first round.
What? Outrageous. Outrageous.
With
32.
2 1s.
With 2 ones. Well, you kept it safe. Then you went for the big. You got the big one.
My D20 has been doing well tonight, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, actually, I think you may have chosen a good strategy there and then rolled okay.
Exactly. You didn't miss. You missed 2. So that was not too bad.
I have to admit, I was completely distracted by Rue's amazing catechism joke in chat, and consequently, I have no idea what happened except for there was a lot of shouting and banging.
Woo! There always is
Yay!
a skateboarding. 32 for Iceland have gone into the lead.
Iceland?
A long way
Seriously?
to go then.
I told you,
A
it's
long
their
way to
night.
go.
But it's too cold to wear baggy shorts and oversized shirts there. What are you doing?
Funnily enough, my Olympic skateboarder, despite their petite athletic build, did pick a uniform that was 3 sizes too big, presumably to be on some kind of fashion trend.
Yeah.
To wear something big and fuzzy underneath.
Yeah.
Czech Republic, you need to decide on 6 numbers you think you might be able to achieve with your 6 rolls.
Okay.
I'm
I'm gonna do some odd numbers because actually 1 odd number. I pluralized that. I shouldn't have. 2.
Got me too excited there. 2, yes, that's a good one, I think.
5.
Yeah, I can see it.
6.
Oh, this is good.
10. 14. 16.
Whoa!
You're not going to be able to hit that 14 because you've got to roll 1 of each.
Oh, 1 of each.
Oh, ooh, true. Make it 12.
That does give you 2 chances. A biggie.
So you've got 2, 5, 6, 10, 12, 16. If you hit 3 of those tricks, you've nailed it. It's that risk reward thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hang on, 38 at 40, because that will give you, if you hit everything, that is a 51 difficulty. Let me just double check that. 38, 40, 51.
49.
51. If you hit everything, you'll get 51 points. If you hit everything. That is a good run, a tough run. I believe in you. Hang on. I believe in you. You're the first one to get that tonight, because I do believe in you.
Wow. Sparrow.
Sparrow.
David, I'm complaining to the judges for favouritism.
Oh no, Ewan's gone for guns out. Guns out.
Oh, God, do it.
Go.
All right.
There's still a little bit of a line there.
While I go and get a breath of fresh air. I'm feeling a bit overheated at the moment. I will be back shortly.
Overheated.
Guns.
You just want to roll the guns out, don't you?
The problem is, the moment I saw the guns, I'm just helpless. So
He's swooning. He's actually swooning.
He's walking to my house right now.
No.
I'll hear a knock at my door in 20 minutes.
It's like muscles.
Okay.
All right.
Sparrow,
All right, I'm going to roll my 10 first.
10 first. I like this is a good strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got an 8, so I'm going to take that 6.
Take that 6. Cool. So that is off your 10. Okay, yep.
I'm going to roll my 6.
Okay.
All right, I got a 4, so I guess I got to take that 2.
You're going to guarantee that too? Okay. Yep.
Roll my d12 now.
Excuse me.
Yes.
What have I done so far?
You've got
the 6?
You've got the 2 and you've gone for the 2 and the 6.
And I don't have any points to add.
No, you got no.
Only if you miss. Okay, so I got a 9. So whatever number is left that's less than 9.
Or if you go for the 10, you'll score an 8 for it because you were 1 off and we double that. So you just failed the trick, but you'll still get some points for it. So if you're just below it, you'll still get some points.
I'll take the 10 then. Yeah.
Yep. So you'll hit 8. You'll hit 8 on that.
Yep. All right. I'm just gonna roll a d4 because it won't do anything for me.
Yeah. You might get some. If it's high, you'll get some points for the 5.
Okay.
If it's.
I did not. That's a 1.
Oh, that is a 0. That is a big fat 0.
Yeah. I'm saving the 20 for last.
So you got an 8. If you hit high on the 8, that's not going to be enough. I don't think you're not going to get anything of the 8.
Yeah. Well, I gotta roll it anyway. It's a 1 anyway.
Okay. Which one are you going to burn? The 12 or the 16?
Ooh, the 16.
16. Oh, playing it safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so in for 12.
Okay, I got a 19.
Yes, so you hit the 12. Well done. Good
Yes.
score. So you've hit on that total. You hit a grand total of 28. So you've gone level with Greece.
Great.
Well done. That's a good steady first run. We're going to call that. That's sort of trying
That's
things
not a
out.
bad array.
Nah, trying things out, seeing how it goes. You hit your big trick. Well, your
Mhm.
second big trick. Nah, happy with that. Okay, Tuvalu.
Oh, I'm not
Suck it,
entirely
Jamie.
sure what's happening at the moment, but I'm going to give it my go.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
Pick 6 numbers.
Well, we've got Miss Anthropy
Yeah.
competing. She's only 15. She's from Funafuti, and she's the youngest member of the Tuvaluan team. She hates everyone and everything. And
she sounds
we've
perfect.
only sent her. Yeah. Well, I mean, we've only sent her to Tokyo really to give ourselves a break, just to get rid of her for a couple of weeks. So off you pop. Good luck. Have a grand time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, that's it. Come back with something. It's a bonus.
Yeah. So she's all like baggy jeans and snarls, really.
I remember.
Her numbers that she's picking are 3, 4, 5.
Oh, yep. 3, 4, 5. Yep.
7, 9, 14.
Ooh, 7. No, this is clever. This feels
Ooh.
clever. They all feel clever. I don't know if they truly are.
Like,
Right,
she's one of those that
Time
doesn't
will
think it's
tell.
cool to try, but she's trying anyway.
Oh, it's the worst.
And she's got all that vocal fry. Oh my god. And her run music is like incomprehensible dubstep. What? Poof. And she's like, yeah, it's my jam. Shut up, Anne. Get on your skateboard. Do your thing. Her first roll is a 4.
I was going to ask you, and if he wanted to do
Oh.
the soundtrack while you played your turn.
Oh, go on, you it.
I'm not sure. You said words, and I understood them, but I don't know what they equate to.
I think you got a bit of the dub in you, honestly. Yeah, and
Did
I do.
Did you understand the wop 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 y'all?
No, that not.
We need to get him listening to some Mampy Swift.
You hit a 4. You hit a 4 with your 4.
A 4, and I'm going to take the 4 with the 4. Even though I've got a 3, I'm saving that for desperate times.
Well, now you've got. If you hit that with your 4, you've still got a D6 left to do.
Oh, that was my 4. Oh, sorry, that was my D4.
For perfect.
Yeah.
So you've
Yeah,
left,
so, yeah, you got a 4. It's awesome.
Yeah.
The
So
4's
I'm
gonna be
rolling
6.
them in ascending order.
Okay.
So D4, that was the first one. So the
Yep.
D6 is next.
Yep.
And I'm rolling it onto the plate that I just had my sandwich on.
Oh,
That's a 2.
so loud.
I know, I'm sorry, I won't do that anymore.
If you
maybe I will.
If you put it on the 3, you'll get 1 point.
Okay,
Because-
let's put that on the 3 then.
Okay.
Well, like, Anne, now the next one, you're getting no allowance. She makes a filthy gesture in return. she's not well educated, this one. She's just mean. Mean old kid. This next one is a 7.
Oh, you've got a 5 and a 7 there. What are you going to use?
Oh, I'm going to take the 7 for that one. I'm going to take the highest roll I
Nice.
can. So then, what is that? That's 3.
So you're up to
So
the
then the
D10.
next one is the D10.
Oh, this is a good run.
Oh, D10 gets a 7.
7. Going for the 5?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, wait, hang on. If I put that on the 9, I get less.
You'll
points.
get a 5 if you put it on 9. Because the way it works, you're 2 back, so that doubles you.
Yeah,
lose
okay,
4
let's
points.
put it on the 5. We'll
I
put
think
it
so.
on the 5.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, so we'll do the 12 next.
I
If
think
I
I
can
think
tell.
I think Brooke's enjoying your role playing, Fids. Enjoying your gnarly mean voice.
Hell yeah! I mean, yeah, my golly. Jeez, God's looking at me. I don't care. God.
Hey guys.
The next one is. Oh, it's an 11.
Let's hit the
Is
9.
You're
that-
taking this. You're just wow.
Hit every trick so far. All you've got to do is hit
Yeah.
the 14 with your last.
Yeah, that was her backwards booby.
Oh, it's a strong move. It's one of her best, I feel.
Yeah. It's like she goes
not
in.
familiar
I don't
with
know.
that
There's
one.
words. There's like. Well, she goes in kind of backwards and snarling. It's about the vocal application
Oh,
during the
sure.
trick. She's like,
Yeah.
oh my god. That's
Guys.
okay. And then the last one. The last roll is. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'd like to be ready. I think it's an 11. I don't think I hit it.
Okay, so 11, so you're 3 off, so that's 6.
Yeah,
So
it's an 11.
you hit an 8 on it, so that's all right. 10,
all right.
yeah, that's all right. 17, 24, 25, 30. Okay,
Seems like
that
a
puts
good
you on
run.
34. Good run, 34, puts you in the lead.
Yeah. And I'm like, go on, Anne. And she's like, oh,
Good
go.
run.
She's now just standing at the back by the speakers, throbbing in time with the pulse of the bass. That's what she's doing now.
Throbbing.
Yeah, just throbbing.
She's just throbbing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well done, Miss Anthropy goes into gold and she doesn't care. She's just
She
there.
just doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I like it. That's very upsetting for those that are trying their best.
It's skateboarding. Nobody tries their best. They all look cool first, and then win medals second.
She doesn't even care about looking cool. Like, the thing is, if she's got friendship bracelets up to her elbows, so clearly she cares about something. But what she's not going to tell is she made all of them herself on the way over.
Oh, don't make me feel bad for her.
Don't feel bad for her, she's a bitch.
They heavily bigged up one of the British skateboarders who went on to win a medal, and she was brilliant, by the way.
Sky.
But there was another British girl in the same event who was, she was almost past it. She was like 9 months older than Sky.
Yeah.
So she must have been almost 15.
Wow.
And for some reason, I think she probably didn't have a clothing budget or something because she competed in a school uniform.
Oh, no, that's a whole thing.
That's a whole look with the little skirt.
That's a whole thing. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you board in like Japan and stuff, that's like the whole.
That's the look. Yeah. Although the Japanese were wearing white boiler suits, which I thought was an even cooler look.
Yeah.
Just big.
But also you can be like.
Very Beastie Boys.
Very Beastie Boys. An homage to the Beastie Boys. Ali, have we made you fall asleep yet?
Not yet.
Cool. Yeah. Right. Pick 6 numbers.
Okay. 3.
Oh, hang on. Yep, got 3.
11. 9.
Wow.
Hang on. I've never do it in an order. Can I have it in an ascending order? Makes it a lot easier for me. Sorry.
Okay.
3.
1.
1. Yep.
3.
Yep.
6.
I thought 11. That's bold as a second number. Yep. 6.
9.
Yep.
11.
Yep.
15.
This is a big run. This is a very big run. Hang on. 4, 10, plus 20 is 30. That's a 45 run. That's the second biggest run we've had so far, I feel.
Oh, go on. Cyprus! I mean, Cyprus.
Go on then, Cyprus. Do your worst. 1.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Where even are you?
Have I got to throw
1 of each?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with D8.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
4.
Oh, what are you going to take out of that?
I don't know.
3.
Yeah, 3 might be the one. You've still got a D6 that could try and get the 6.
Yeah, that one's like kind of the free throw in Yahtzee, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's just like getting both feet on the board. I could probably get that just about. The one trick.
I'm gonna do D6.
Okay. Did you take the 3 with the 4, by the way?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, you did. Okay. D6 gone. Then.
I love you, Ali.
1.
Cyprus!
Oh no! Yay!
Are you taking that 1? Well done then. Okay.
Have I just got to match the numbers? Yeah.
Yeah. So you matched the 1. Okay. So you've used the D4, you've used the D6, and you've used the D8. Okay.
D6, D8.
Side.
Okay, hold on. Right, D12.
Okay. Such a confusing order. Hit it. Hit the 11.
Oh, that was 12.
Ooh,
Nice.
so you can hit the 11. That is nice. Go on, Ali.
Another D20.
Yep.
Big,
This is for
big,
the
big,
15.
big.
13.
Oh, that's not
Oh,
far off.
nearly.
That'll get you an 11 for that. That's okay. You got 2 tricks left.
I've only got 1 dice left. Is that right?
No.
Oh, I got the D4.
Yeah, you got the D4 and the D6 should be left.
Oh, okay. D4 then.
Oh no, hang on. D4 and D10. My mistake. D4,
Yeah,
D10.
I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, D4,
Okay.
D10. Sorry, Ben's. I looked at Ben and I forgot that D10 existed. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Wipe
4.
from your mind.
4. Okay, so you're only 2 off there, so you get 2 points for the 6. Okay, so
And
go on.
then what
The D-
dice was it?
the D10.
The
You got-
biggest one, Ali.
You've got to hit a 9.
Go on, I believe. I believe.
Belief is seeping through.
Even Anne is looking a little bit attentive now.
There you go. This is a good round anyway. Must be said.
11.
That's good.
That's it.
On a D10? That's
Hang
really
on, which one?
That is good.
Which one's the D10? Oh, hang on. I think.
The D10,
Ali.
Best shape
Hang on.
the D10 is not a regular
Socks,
polygon.
is the D10 the one we were talking about earlier?
It was, yes.
Oh, okay. So which one do I use? The double one? Or...
It doesn't matter. They're both just 10 sides. It doesn't matter, darling.
Oh, okay.
You just hit the 0 off if it's the one with the double zeros.
Okay. Right. Ready?
Go on.
Hmm.
Okay. Just a little line go at the top of the bottom.
Bottom.
Little line goes at the bottom.
It's a 9.
Okay, oh, you
I
hit
don't
it.
want to
Well
play
done.
anymore.
Nice.
Well, you should, because you've just nailed that round.
You just nailed it.
22, 31, 32, 33, 34, 37. 37 first round for Cyprus.
Anthropia's like, does your board even?
Well, now you know what's going to need a medal. Let's do the last round of the night. Starting back with Greece. Knows what you got to do. Got to get that 37 or
I'm
more.
going to
Greece.
pour some gin break.
Jim break. Okay. Go on, Ewan. Ben, even, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. So,
They are not, Rook. This is what you should know about Ali. Ali is lovely and wonderful and sweet and quite shy, and then she's a fucking savage when it comes to contest. She will eat your children if it gives her a head start.
I'm going to go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
Wait, this sounds
No,
familiar.
sorry. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14.
This sounds very familiar, Ben.
Oh.
Hang on. What's this? I've got to work out what this adds up to now. Hang on. 12, 20, 30. That's 44. 44. Bless
Oh my
you.
god. Bless you.
So that's what I'm going to go for.
I might have misjudged my last numbers.
Oh, hang on a sec. Let me. I think someone needs to go big with going for a 20 at the end. I think that's.
And
That feels like her style to me.
yeah.
Yeah, man. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 14. Nail it, Ben, and that I think puts you straight into gold.
Right. We're going to start with the D20.
New Zealand got disqualified because the poor lad's got a new job and has to be up at silly o'clock. Poor thing.
And that's
Poor
a
fellow.
15 on the D20.
Oh, hello. But that said, he did spend the whole night competing and got no medals at all last time. So
True.
Really breaking even.
Yeah, so his presence wouldn't make much difference anyway.
At least
Right.
I got my no medals the right way by not participating.
Exactly.
That's very true.
I didn't show up.
I'm proud of it.
Right. So I've knocked off the 14.
You've knocked off the 14. You have. What a good start to your round. Went for the big trick early on. Big
I'm
grind.
going to do
Good bit
the
of
D12
grinding.
next.
Okay. I know, Rook. It's just life.
And that's a 9.
We've been in talks about how we're going to change times and things on Thursdays.
So I'll take the 8 from my 9, please.
Oh, I like this strategy. Switching things up.
Now we're going to roll a D10,
Oh, you need to hit this 10
which
now.
will screw me over royally, but you never know.
Get close and
Actually,
it'll
I
be
feel
all right.
guilty about saying that now. That was a 0. That's a 10.
That is the 10.
Oh, Ben.
Ben, this is Greece.
This is a good
Greece
run.
bringing the goods.
So that's the 10, right?
So you've hit your 3 good scores. You've already got 32 on this round.
Well, that's
You
better than I did the whole of the last round.
Who was competing for you, by the way, Ben? Is it Jason from Jason and the Argonauts?
No, I did want someone who could go through a journey, and Jason was somebody who I considered, but
Mm-hmm.
truthfully, if you want a real journeyman, you want Odysseus, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Though he'll never get there.
I don't know. He eventually got back to his girl.
Almost accidentally.
This is how he's going about his round, accidentally succeeding.
Yeah, but then he threw a spear through an axe handle. It was impressive stuff, you know.
I mean, he was aiming for the tree, though.
He was.
That works. He was aiming for a
On
10
the
and got a
D8.
9. Yeah.
I've got a 5 on the D8.
Okay. So what are you going to go with that for? It'll get you a 4.
Yeah, so I can tick off the 4, can't I? But not
Yeah.
the 6,
No,
obviously.
you would get a 4 for the 6 if you wanted to take on the 6.
I think we'll actually tick off the 4, please, and take a chance on the D6, maybe coming up with the 6.
Ooh.
Because it's always possible, isn't it? And it's
Just
a
got
2.
fully abbored.
Yep.
And
you
it's
got?
a 2.
2.
So with that one, we're going to tick off the 2,
Oh,
please.
yeah, I'll go through the VOD and find them tomorrow. I
Yeah.
promise.
Yes.
Which leaves me with a 4, and I'm aiming for a 6, right?
Yep. Trying to get 6 or
Okay.
4. Classic.
So the question here is damage limitation, whether or not I can get any points at all.
If you can get a 4, there are points, but you have to get a 4.
I'm afraid it's a 2, so that's a 0.
0, yep. But that said, that is a 32, 34. That's 38, which puts you currently in the gold medal position.
What? I mean,
Odysseus for the win!
Good timing on the train for the Voyager as he leaps on the train to be taken home again. Waving. My work here is done. Okay, Iceland. That's you bumped out of the medals.
Oh,
How are
no.
you going to respond?
Well, I've got my numbers written down.
Okay. Sock to me, baby.
I've got a 2, 4, 6.
Yep.
8, 10.
Yep.
17.
Wow!
Oh, hello.
Even riskier than I went.
I like this. I like
Yeah.
this a lot. That's half your points in one trick.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm quite. I got thrilled with that. Got the old,
It's a timed run.
chills. Come on.
Are
So
they
I'm going to waste a little bit of
multiplying?
time at the
They
beginning,
are
just
multiplying.
carving around. And I'm going to go straight in with the D20.
Oh, going for the big trick over the big bump
Oh,
first.
Iceland.
Yeah.
Go
And
on,
hope the adrenaline carries me through the rest of the
This
run.
is ballsy. Okay.
Go on.
Which is an 18.
An 8. It's hit it.
So close.
Big
Wait.
times.
I thought it was a 20. No? What?
No, I said
Went-
17,
17.
Oh my
Hit it.
god, well
which
done!
I will knock off. And then I'm
Yeah.
going to roll my... After that, I'm going to roll my D4. Because,
Here
you
you
know,
go, Ben.
which is a 1.
A miss is the
take-
simple one. Now's the
Yeah,
big one.
this is the 2 after.
Too busy
after that.
cheering and hands in the air.
But then I will I'll roll my D10 and get a 9. So I'll knock off. I'll knock off the 8.
Makes sense.
Then let's go D12.
Mm-hmm.
Get that out of the way.
That 10.
Shouldn't have been a tough decision. That's an 11.
Oh, hit the 10. This is a big round.
That's good.
It's up to 35 as it stands.
Then let's go with the D6, which is 4.
4. What are you going to go for?
I will knock off the 4.
Yeah, very wise.
Go
And
on,
then
you.
D8
Oh.
is not very good. It's a 3.
Which gets you nothing. Which is interesting because that might keep people in. Because that is a 39, which is the new gold medal.
Ooh,
but
it is.
Could have been more. Oh,
Wow.
there's that mix of happiness, but a slight bit of disappointment that you could have.
Yeah.
You could have really put yourself out of sight.
That's so mean.
but accurate.
You have the gold medal, but you could have done better.
Yeah. I have to say, though, I
It's a very
thought
safe
38
approach.
was going to be a hard match to hit. I was surprised I did that well. 39 is impressive. Well done.
Mhm.
It is bittersweet. You're right. It's like, yes, I got the gold. Oh, it could be 40 something.
Yeah.
Because we've still got 3 competitors, and the Czech Republic are looking for their medal. Got to go big.
Yeah.
Go big or go home, Czech.
Yeah.
What's your tricks?
3 I'm gonna steal fiddles for this a little bit. 3,
Yep.
4,
Yep.
5,
Yep.
7,
Yep.
10,
Yep.
16.
16.
Okay, and my skater is Esther Kurumbakova. And
I like her name.
her costume is more like that like eccentric artist type thing. And she'll definitely be doing like a lot of tricks in sort of like still photographic poses as much as possible.
Amazing.
Yeah, the hair is definitely like slicked back in the like lady mad scientist kind of way. Very stern. She's very
I'm kind
stern.
of thinking Julianne Moore in Big Lebowski.
Mm, mhm, a
Only
little bit.
maybe with clothes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
With
Very
you.
into this abstract photography sort of aesthetic. So we're going with that.
Well, let's close. Right. So the trick difficult is 45. You get anywhere near this, and this has got to be the gold. You hit
All right.
perfect round. I think that is it.
All right. I'm just gonna go in ascending order. So I got a 4 on my D4, so I'm gonna take that 4.
Or
Good.
Yeah.
take the 4.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah, take the 4. Good stuff.
And then a 4 on my D6, so ooh. Are we rounding up or down?
So if you put it on the 5, it's 1 away, so you double it, so it's 2 worse, so you'd get a 3 on the 5 and a 3 on the 3.
Okay.
So it's
I'll take the 3 on the 5.
3 on the 5. Okie dokie.
Yep.
Mm.
Because that's basically a guaranteed 3 points unless I get a 1.
Yeah, you should roll
Later.
quite well because you've got a D10 and D8 still, haven't you? So
Yeah.
Okay, so I just rolled a 3 on my D8.
okay, well there we go. Then that's
There you go.
that's done.
Yeah. That was a good safety move then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, it's a big miss.
I rolled a 1 on my D10.
Oh no.
So
no.
that's just no points for the 10.
Is it the
This-
10 you're taking? Which one are you taking it off of? 7, 10, or 16?
Oh, I have the 7 still?
Yep, you haven't
Yeah.
got the 7. Which one are
You
you
know
going
what?
to
I'll
take
lose the 10. I'll lose the 10.
off? Okie dokie.
Brave move.
So you got the 12 and the 20.
12 and 20. I have 7
sorry,
and 20.
The D12 and the D20. Sorry.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, okay,
so-
yeah. Okay, I got a 7.
Okay, you've hit the 7. This is good. 10.
Let's see what this D20 does for me. All I'm asking is bronze.
Oh. You've got to
Don't
hit this
disappoint
16.
me.
Hit this 16.
No.
Oh no, what's it hit? Oh,
I only got a 10.
a 10, which is 6 off.
Oh,
Double
what a
that is 12,
shame.
so it's a 4. Oh, which is 7. Oh.
No, if you double that, that's a 12. I get it. That's a no points. Between 10 and 16?
Yeah, so you lost a 6 and then you lose another 6 on top. So you're 6
Right.
off and then you lose an extra 6 off the 10, so you end up with a 4. So the maths is there. The maths is there. It's a bit weird,
Okay.
but it's there.
Anne has no snark at all. Nothing. She's got nothing to say. She felt that one in her bones.
I think that was a fall.
It was,
Yeah.
But it was like it was obviously a fall, but it was caught gracefully, but it was still definitely did not make the trip it was intended.
Yeah.
It was a 21. I hope you got some good photos from that round because I'm afraid
Mm.
that's all you could be taken away from it.
Yeah.
Wow, Luke is brutal tonight.
sorry.
Yes.
Olympic committee.
Damn.
Man.
It's all right. It's all right.
It's all right.
You know,
Thank you. A good effort though. At least you went for it. 45. You know, it's brave.
Yeah,
It's
you
good.
you
Gutsy.
aimed for a score that could genuinely have taken gold. I appreciate that.
Yeah, aim for a medal. That's what you got to do, haven't you? Speaking of which, Tuvalu, you are currently in 4th.
How many points do I need for a gold?
40. Right, unless Cyprus nail it.
Okay.
Cyprus still have a
I
habit
have
of pulling it
got-
out the fire.
And surprisingly, her music is hardcore disco, like Donna Summer disco.
Oh yes.
and she's getting the crowd going. She's got hands clapping above her head.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it suddenly looks like she gives a shit. Her numbers are 20, 8,
Oh.
8, 4,
28?
4, 1. No, 20. You, eh?
28, 8.
28, 8, 4, 4, 1.
Oh, this is strategic. This feels strategic.
This is an
doesn't it?
interesting choice.
28, 36, 40. This is a 45 trick difficulty. But it's all on the 20. Let's face it.
It is all on 20. She's going
Yeah.
for up. Right, ready.
What
So
way
the
to go
D4.
D4.
The D4.
Oh my.
Straight up, she gets a 2.
2. Okay.
Okay, so that's her pass already used up. Good job. The next trick is called the I don't know. All the names in my head are really filthy, so I can't say anything.
There
The
aren't many.
pirate shake.
Pirate shake.
She's got a 5 for that one.
Okay, hit it. Which one? Oh, it doesn't matter which one you take, does
Yeah,
it?
she's just taking the next 4. Yeah. Then the D. What's the next?
8 is next.
D8. Pressure.
Boom, 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 boom. That's just the disco.
It's so good. I feel good. Okay, she's ready. Okay, let's go. It's a 6.
Oh, hit it. It's good. It's building.
It's a 6.
This round is building it. It feels like one of those, those runs that builds and builds and builds. It's good stuff. Now into the serious business now, though.
Yeah.
Tricky.
She gets past like the BBC commentary box, and as she swishes past, they hear "late." The next one is a 7.
Oh, okay. That's a 6. You'll get 6 for that. That's okay.
Okay.
There's still points.
Okay.
You're still in
We
the
got
chance.
the D10. That was the D10.
Yep. That's
So I
okay.
got the D12 and the D20.
Yep. Stay close on the D12 and it gives you a chance.
D12, ready? D12 is exactly an 8.
Oh, here we go. It's all on it.
D20.
Get close. You don't even need to nail it. You just need to get close.
What's the D20 trick?
It's like oh my goodness. This is
The
multiple.
D20 is the left-handed, back-facing, double flip, angry teenager premenstrual rage spin flip thing.
Wow.
That's a lot of flips and a lot of spins.
Yeah.
That's a trick.
Yeah.
Well worthy of a 20. That.
Right, you ready? It is a 17.
17. That's 6 off, which is a 14. You score a 14 on that. Which
That's close.
let me go to my score shack and do the maths. And of course, on countback, if there is, it will go. Any medal goes to the best trick of the day. And I say that because you are drawing with someone who's currently in a medal position, and you are drawing with the gold medal position, 39 run.
No!
Oh.
Big. And if I look at countback on medals, on like the trick, Ewan gets the gold because he hit 17. But that's silver. You're into the silver medal.
So at the moment, Iceland is still in gold, Tuvalu in silver.
Yep. Greece in bronze. Cyprus needs to pull it out the bag.
Yes.
I have to say, I mean, is it weird that I kind of wish I get knocked out of the medals as long as Iceland doesn't get gold?
Is it weird that I kind of don't want to win another gold? I'm going to feel even worse.
A little bit embarrassing. I mean, it does
Well,
go
exactly.
a lot
It's a little bit embarrassing to win so many gold medals.
Yes.
We thought there was
Iceland is such a sporting powerhouse. That's the problem.
We thought there was such a nice socially progressive country, and now all of a sudden there's this massive gold rush. We're like, whoa, billionaires, slow down, share the wealth.
Just you wait for the Winter Olympics.
I think people might be calling for a fix, especially after those photos of us drinking together the other night, Ewan.
I've shown all my dice. What's that?
Right. Ali, Cyprus.
Go on, Ali.
Save
Go
us
on.
from this Fiend.
Do it,
Do
Alan.
it for the island nations that aren't anybody else in an island nation except for us. I know. I'm with you, Rue.
Ali.
Okay, I'm gonna
Go.
do D4.
Yeah, what numbers you got? What are your tricks? What are you going
Oh.
for?
3,
3, yes.
7.
You can't
Got
get
it.
that with a 6.
Try that one again.
Oh, 3,
Yeah.
6,
Oh, yes.
7,
Yes.
9,
Yes.
15.
And
And
then
you're
another
missing
one.
one. You need one more.
Oh. 3, 9, no, 3. Have I done 9?
You've done a 9.
Yeah,
You've done
you've done
3, 6.
A9.
You've done 3, 6, 7, 9, 15.
18.
You can't. You've got
Oh.
15 and 18.
Yeah.
What can I have?
Do you want the 15 or the 18 as your hard one?
15.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
Then
12
maybe
one.
something like a 7 or an 8 would
Yeah, something.
put you in a middle fighting zone for the other roles.
Yeah.
8.
8. Okay,
An
that
8,
works
okay.
for me. Okay. So let me add
There or
those.
thereabouts.
Yeah, I think that's good. It's
It's
tough but
relatively
doable. This is big. Let's add this up. Hang on. 9, 16, 24, 33, 48. It's a big run. Very big run.
Yeah, but you can miss the big one by a couple and close it, can't you?
Yeah. It's spread out
This
Yeah.
is it.
nicely.
This is it, Ali. Big run. Big run.
Okay.
Here we go.
Right, D4.
D4.
3.
3. Hit it.
Nice.
Good
Good
start.
start.
D6.
Yep. This is a toughie.
5.
That's not bad. That's 4 points.
Yeah.
That's close enough.
Yeah,
That keeps it
that's
alive.
fine. You're not slipping far off your peak. Yeah, it's good.
D8.
Yep.
5.
5. Okay, so that's you 4. That's 3. Okay, it's still in. You can still win.
Yeah.
That's good run throughout.
D10.
Yeah.
7.
Ooh, okay, that's 6. I think there's still a medal possibility here.
D12.
Yep.
9.
Okay.
Yeah!
Nice.
Do you want to know what you need, Ali, or do you want to go into it blind for the surprise?
Surprise.
Okay, go for it.
Go on, get that last trick.
16.
Ooh,
Hit it.
Wow.
nice.
That's good.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, Ali, that's exciting.
Okay, I've got.
This hand pulls on like a big curly beard and a stupid pointy hat.
Yay.
I've kind of got my fingers crossed for 40.
Let's see what we've got. Oh yeah, 40 would win it. Yeah, because 39 would not, because Iceland has the trick. The
Yeah.
scoreboard flickers up, and let's see who gets to see the flicker first. The scores are up.
Wait for the delay as well.
I know, it's like the actual Olympics. Because Cyprus hit the 40.
Yay.
Yes.
Did I win?
You won the
Good
gold,
work.
yeah.
You got a gold.
Whoop whoop.
And even though that knocked me out of the medals, I'm just pleased it wasn't Iceland again.
Yay, in your face, Iceland.
I'm going to tell Bjork you said that.
Not you,
I was
Bjork.
weeping with relief.
So
Well
be-
played.
before this evening, I prepared one of those insanely obscure facts. Or
Okay.
it's kind of two facts that work only in harmony together. There is Iceland doesn't actually have any armed forces, and any nation that has any kind of friendly relations with Iceland is entitled to parade a military troop through any part of Iceland if they have a reason to do so, like a ceremony or a ritual of any kind. So you are allowed to disembark on the shores of Iceland and march your army through the capital, as long as you ask permission first.
Somebody promised not to invade.
Except for one nation. There is one nation expressly banned from doing that in
Sweden.
Iceland.
Everyone hates Sweden.
Is it Cyprus after
It is
winning
not.
the gold?
After tonight.
However,
It is now.
before I tell you the answer to that question, which nation is expressly banned from sending troops to Iceland for any reason whatsoever, I will tell you that there is only one nation that is not British that is entitled to send troops through Britain armed. So Iceland allows everyone in except one nation, and
Denmark.
Britain allows nobody in except one nation.
Is it Denmark for Iceland?
It is indeed Denmark for
That was
Iceland.
my guess.
Wow.
History.
You
So which
Vikings
country is
got it.
allowed to parade fully armed and equipped through the streets of London?
While people are thinking,
It's got to be Denmark again,
Thank you
right?
so much, Rook and Ras, for 100 bits. That is
Oh,
that is
thanks.
the
Rook
sort
is
of
so epic,
generosity
I can't
we
tell you.
love on this channel. Thank you.
That's so sweet. Thank you.
Ewan also did some, but we expect it of you.
Yeah, it's true.
He's just buffing our numbers
Yeah.
for our.
I
Is it
You know,
Denmark
say
again then?
Canada.
The nation that is allowed to
Oh, that's a good
parade
call.
fully armed and equipped through the streets of London or
Malta.
anywhere else in the UK they want is Belgium.
Oh,
Why?
I'm a bit
Because
disappointed.
King
I think-
George V, following their heroic defence against Germany in the First World War, gave them permission to send a military colour guard anytime they wanted to the UK to parade their flag, carry their rifles, lay wreaths at cemeteries, whatever they wanted to do.
I
And at
prefer
that
Sap's
moment-
answer of Canada. I
Yeah,
want
I
to see
think so.
Mounties.
And it
Mount?
is exclusively Belgium.
I
And
would've
at
thought
that point,
Malta,
Belgium
I know.
might drop to when that's it, we're done, and then did nothing else for the next 70 years.
To be fair, I think it may also be because the Belgian army often bring beautifully prepared fillet steak with béarnaise sauce.
Oh, keep talking.
Rook and Ross
I mean,
says
that's fair.
waffles. I
Yeah,
think they
waffles.
should bring waffles definitely next time.
Chocolate in the shape of a high heel shoe.
They also
That's the
invented
one.
French fries. You do realise this, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
With mayonnaise, lovely.
Yeah, the French fries come from Belgium.
Right, I better call the final medal table. It's half one. For
Yes,
us,
please
isn't it?
do.
The final
It can
medal
only be
tables
embarrassing for us.
are as follows. Bottom, unfortunately, are New Zealand and the Czech Republic. Thank you for joining in those fair. But to be fair,
so
You
fun.
know, I showed up and my mom says that makes me just as special as the winner.
Hey, put
It's
us some
true.
patient badges all round.
my mum would
Absolutely.
my mum would say the same. You've got the support of at least two mums here tonight.
Excellent.
Yeah,
And,
and it's been charming to have you in the competition. It
Yeah,
would have
thank
been
you for
lesser
joining
without
us.
you.
definitely.
That matters.
And you only competed in 2, whereas Leno competed in 3, so you finish above him on
Yeah.
on
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Next in the medal table in joint third is Tuvalu and Greece, 1 gold, 2 silvers and a bronze.
Do you know what? Historically, it's our best ever showing. Plus, we solved the awful meanie-mouthedness of a teenager, and we still haven't found brain
Your
damage.
mouth
So
is
I feel that's a win.
I
He's
mean,
still fine.
we're slightly less pleased about it on the basis that we invented the Olympic Games, and so for the first sort of 2,000 years of its existence, the only people who won it were Greeks. However,
It's like the
it
World
was a
Cup
Bronze
here.
Age game, so we all got bronze medals.
Now, now Tuvalu on all of their tourism paperwork are going to say, we are as good as the people who invented the Olympics.
Well, there you go.
That's
This
our
is-
new thing. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, no, I think we added some regional colour to the games, and we walk away with our heads held high.
But speaking of countries that can hold their heads higher, is your neighbour Cyprus in second with 2 golds, a
Yay!
silver and a bronze. But
Yes.
And to be honest, if you're Greek, you look across the sea at Cyprus and think, you know what, it could be worse than them doing well.
Wow.
well, and what's worse than them doing
Speaking
well?
of which,
I think we stand for
Iceland
peace of
won
Greece.
tonight. The new villains of the piece. Iceland coming from being everyone's favourite friendly country.
who weren't winning
One
anything.
night.
It's funny that, isn't it? You
Yeah.
don't do very well.
They get
It's
2
the cost
golds
of
and a
living.
silver.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get 2 golds and a silver, and you're China or America, and everyone wants you to lose their medals.
Yeah.
Ah.
So don't get the belt loop as well.
Are we going to uncover a massive doping scandal in Reykjavik now?
I think we can look hard for one. I think.
We all thought the
I
great
trust the rest of you.
Icelandic scandal was going to be Eyjafjallajökull fertile, but no, it turns out it's this.
Right,
Yeah.
I definitely thought it'd be Ayakli Fergals.
That clack boom.
Yeah, exactly.
Eyjafjallajökull fertile.
Yes. But thank you all for playing. Thank you, people that watched live.
Well,
or
you're gonna
watched on
decide the
demand.
poll. Wait,
Yeah.
Oh, we got
final
to
the thing.
Oh yeah, people.
Oh
want
yeah,
points.
I didn't actually do it, but yes, there are people who did.
Choose prediction. which continent won the skateboarding? It was indeed Europe, which was most people. That's why most people got lots of points there. Well done, the Europe pickers. A good try from Tuvalu that came away with a medal.
Yeah.
Proud.
So you should be.
Absolutely.
And listening to house music, we're cool.
Tuvalu,
I mean, we're cool enough, don't care very much kind of way, but we're fine.
Tuvalu did very well, given it's a relatively small population.
28,000.
So 28 people.
Yeah, I mean that's not just a relatively small population. That's the size of Canterbury.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's half.
To be
of
fair,
Western
though,
Superman.
Iceland's the size of the Medway towns.
Do you know Iceland has more Nobel Prize winners than any other country in the world? They've got one per 500,000 people because they've only got 500,000 people.
Wow.
Whereas other countries with more Nobel Prize winners have a bigger population, so the ratio is much higher.
Yeah. Iceland's also one of the world's largest producers of bananas.
Thanks, Ali. Sorry, I'm just saying some goodbyes,
Ali.
people. Rook wants
Good
in
night,
next time
Ali.
we're doing
Thank
it.
you so much for joining us.
Rook,
Night.
we definitely always want people to jump in. You're on the Discord anyway, so that's generally
Night.
where our shout out goes to. So
Thank you,
yes,
guys.
Thank you,
Thank
Ali.
you,
Well
Ali.
done.
Love you to
Thank you.
pieces.
Bye.
Good night.
I guess for anyone watching through, I'll just finish up tomorrow. We're doing our regular traveller game. It's just me, Ben, and you, and the three least interesting of the people on the stream tonight. But
I think that's all true, but also you're the three most sober.
that's true. I bought a bottle of wine and I didn't drink a drop of it actually.
Yeah.
I was just get too much into it. All my clicking.
Are you trying to tease me? Can you bring it over here?
It's the one I quite like. It's the old Storm Milk. I quite like a bit of Storm Milk.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. No, I've run out of mine. I'm going to have to go on to Scotch now.
Oh no.
It's a hard life.
It's a hard life.
A hard
Hard
life.
liquor life.
Is it your night off tomorrow, Ben?
No, tomorrow is very much not my night off.
Oh.
Good night, Rook. Yes, Ben is fully on game. So if anyone has Ben's night off points to spend, now is the time to do it. Yes, I'm saying with your travel, definitely. If you need something on to sort of keep you awake while you're sort of packing up and that.
Yeah.
Please feel free.
And can I just say on behalf of
It is
Rook,
Ben's night off. Thank you, Sparrow.
Rook has got the most fantastic, like so many different tabletop games. There's always new opportunities for people looking for players across a whole range of genre, including people who are writing new games and trying one-shots and contests and all kinds of cool stuff in Rook's Discord. And I'm sorry, Rook, I don't have the link to hand.
Feel free to link it now because it will pop up for anyone watching on demand that lasts. So if you want to,
Should I hop over and have a look?
Yeah.
Yes, but yes. So Ben, you've got another one. Rook and Sparrow have both given you a night off.
That's brilliant. I'm going to have to get a bottle, you understand, but I will be back in a second.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just waiting for the Rook and Rasp Discord to.
I just found it.
well done.
Just found it.
Fantastic. We'll pick it up for any
There we
on-demanders
go.
that made it to the end. There we go.
Nice.
Fantastic. So everyone's got everything they need.
And also thank you, Luke, for putting all of this together, for all your beautiful graphics, for all your crazy.
It's really
mechanics
amazing what you
and
do. Yeah.
What you've managed to achieve here has been really, really super fun. Thank you for everything.
Thank you. I know most of them are really awkward first time round, but then people do seem to get it once.
Sure.
I'm not very good at explaining it, but people are good at doing it. So that's okay.
And Miss Anthropy is like, yeah, it was okay.
It was okay.
All right, Ben's doing his night off.
Yes,
Yeah.
excellent.
I'm about to set off on some night off. Yes.
Thank you, Rook. I do appreciate
Maybe
it.
actually we can do that. We'd love to. It may not be all of us at the same time, but I'd love to jump on a Rook and Rasp game. That sounds
Yeah,
great.
no, so many.
Get on the Discord, Ben, if you're not already, because there's
Yeah.
stuff pinging on that all the time. So jump in something. I got to have a good chat about DS9 on there the other night. It was quite thrilling.
Yeah.
And about how good Miles O'Brien is.
Cool.
And
I
everything,
mean, really?
yeah, man. There's a lot of good stuff. It was some didn't sing his praises as highly, but I thought it was just.
Is it true that Keiko means wife in Japanese? That she's literally just called wife?
Oh, I don't know. In
I thought wife was waifu.
only,
No, I think that's
only,
what white people call it.
only for the Weebos or whatever.
Oh, is
people
it? Okay, fair enough.
call
My
them these days.
Japanese, it has to be said, is not strong. I can basically count to 10 and say goodbye.
I'm trying to think what it was because I used to call it. There was a nickname for it. Something. What was it?
I can sing the real folk blues in phonetic Japanese and have no idea what I'm talking about. But that's just my addiction to Cowboy Bebop. That's it. That's all there is. That's my whole Japanese. And I can say Mitsubishi, and I used to be able to say you're welcome, and now I can't anymore because I'm a terrible person.
Tsuma would be wife. That's right. There's a few.
Oh,
things,
okay. I
aren't there?
thought. Okay.
There's loads of them though, because you just have like little nicknames and pet names, and you know, it's like calling someone little bro. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of little Japanese names for
Little
that sort of
bro.
thing. On a
No, I can
You
basically
and
count
you
to
would
10
need special
and,
Japanese names.
I can count to 10 in Japanese, like most people can, and I can say sayonara.
Arigato.
And on that note, sayonara and arigato for
And on that
joining
note,
us
sayonara.
from the Tokyo Olympics. So that's good work, you two. And we'll see you all again soon, because I need
See
to
you
go
in
to bed.
Beijing.
See you in Beijing. Oh yeah, for the winter.
Yeah,
Excellent.
February.
Yeah.
Oh, let's set
Beijing Winter
graphics.
Games. We're going to have to theme everything based on items from a menu restaurant, aren't we? Restaurant menu.
I'm going to get Chinese tonight.
It's like a
do,
toy
actually.
cost all over again.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it. A toy cost, yeah. More toy costs. That's what we need. Right. See you guys. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you,
Bye.
Fizz.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much.
Sparrow.
Thank you, everybody.
See you guys soon. Fairly well.
Cheers.
All right, let's close that down.